Yo, hey, we're not even showing up on the screen. Wow, I'm screwing this up already. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to Fun Speculation. Mav here. Yeah, I gotta fix this. But thank you for all tuning in. We got a lot to cover today because this is the finale of showcase season coverage this year for Fun Speculation. We've covered the PlayStation Showcase, Summer Game Fest, Xbox Showcase, Starfield Direct, Devolver Digital, um, Ubisoft Forward, Capcom Showcase, and now, last but not least, is Xbox Showcase Extended, which we are expecting there to be some reveals here as well. And then we do know some things that will be here. We know Exoprimal will be here because of the Capcom Showcase. They said that. We know that Hellblade will be here because Xbox told us. We know that Flight Sim will be here. Towerborne as well. So lots to look forward to with this showcase extended. And they also said partners. So there may be more than just Exoprimal here. So I'm really curious what we're going to see. I think this is going to be one of those better showcase extended type shows. And looking forward to covering it with you guys. I want to thank Jasper for joining in again. What's up, Jasper?
Yo, how's it going? Yeah, I don't know, have my expectations too high. Like some people are expecting like big announcements here. I'm just kind of thinking indie stuff, maybe, if anything, or DLCs to games we have now. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Nothing too exciting, just
Yeah.
updates pretty much.
I know a lot of people are hoping we see some more from Hellblade 2 as far as like gameplay wise. I honestly don't know if we're going to get too much of that. I think they're probably just going to keep playing the trailer and talk about what we saw and how that is implemented.
Yeah.
And because when they gave the 2024 date, let me know that they have more opportunities to show the game off as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if at some point there wasn't a Hellblade 2 developer direct closer to launch
Yeah.
where we see more of that kind of stuff. But we'll see. Who knows what to expect? I am curious about Towerborne to see like how big that game is. That's the one from Stoic. That's like sort of Castle Crashers looking, but like more like better, you know. And that's I know that there's a lot of people that are loved Castle Crashers, so this could be something that surprises people. Lots of variety at that Xbox showcase, and I think that there's going to be. I think there's going to be at least one surprise here. What my hope is, which I don't think we're going to get after talking to Jasper, he made some good points too, is Age 4 show up and give us a release date potentially for the console version of that game. But even if that comes later this year, like October, which we may be expecting, they still have like the Gamescom time. And that may be something they announce closer to
Yeah.
release as well
The
as when
thing
it's
is
coming.
with like the age community, like a lot of it's like very European focused, and they usually do age announcements at Gamescom. I think like last year we got like age 2 console and age 4 console announcement at
Yeah.
E3 here last year, but that was kind of a surprise. Usually they kind of hold those off for Gamescom, and it's not like the biggest game that people really care about. It's kind of a niche community, so like
Yeah. I think they're going to go deeper into how Flight Sim is a full release
yeah.
and why, you know. I think they're going to probably do that. What's up, 3-bit? How are you doing?
Good. You guys can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hello, everyone.
You looking forward to this show?
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be people shouldn't probably expect like a banger after banger like the last show. This is more of a dev sort of situation where they can
Sit
kind of
down,
dive.
interviews in depth. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But who knows? I'm sure there'll be some surprises here.
About a 90-minute runtime on this thing, is what they said. So they got plenty of opportunity with the time to show off some stuff, but who knows exactly what they'll be here. Sup, Steel, how are you?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, man, I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing this fine, wonderful morning?
Yeah,
I
man.
saw you in some chats about a minute ago.
Oh yeah, I was. There were some interesting chats happening in there. And just, people talking in absolutes. You can't, you can't say one thing, say, oh, it's not possible, and then in the same breath say, oh, well, there might be an update for it. But which one is it? But nonetheless, yeah, just having some fun this morning, having a good time, and ready to get into the showcase, man. Well, this deep dive, I should say.
Completely agree.
This has been a great showcase season overall. I mean, some of them didn't hit that well. For me, the two best shows were the Xbox showcase, and then probably Summer Game Fest was after that, but by a mile. And then the Ubisoft show. The best thing about the Ubisoft show is Star Wars Outlaws, and we got way more of that than I thought we were gonna see. We absolutely know what that game is. We saw lots of gameplay. We saw lots of stuff from it. So that was great to see there. And with the marketing rights, maybe there's a chance they would show up again today. I doubt it, but you never know. And let's see what else. Tower, like I was talking with Jasper, Towerborne, right? We know that's going to be here. Did you play Castle Crashers 3-bit or Steel?
Yeah, I played it.
That was a huge hit back on Xbox Live Arcade, and that trailer gave me Castle Crashers vibes.
Which one?
Towerborne.
Oh yeah.
It's like the 4-player co-op side scroller style looking RPG type game. I don't know if it's RPG or what, but
did it look a little open world too? Because it was kind of going to the tower and kind of. Well,
I think that just
world,
might be
I
like
guess.
level select. You like can pick a region you want to go to and has a mission there or something. I don't know like how open world it is, but
Yeah, that looked pretty fun. It could be fun to play with, like, I think it was 4-player, right?
yeah.
Or
yeah.
That looked like a good time for sure. I watched the showcase several times now, so I almost have it memorized. But yeah, that was a good one.
It would be cool if I don't think it's going to be here because Capcom made a point to say Exoprimal is going to be here, but I think it would be cool if Kunitsu Magi Path of the Goddess showed up. But you never know. Maybe it'll probably be that one's further off, right? So that would probably be something they would show up with next year, I think. But Exoprimal is coming out in July.
Yep.
It's got another beta happening this weekend. And I think with the Capcom partnership, they're kind of working with these games coming to Game Pass Day 1. I think they're going to spend a little bit of time on that for sure. So we'll see. We know it's going to be there, just don't know how long they will spend on it. But 90 minutes, again, they got lots of opportunity to show stuff. What was y'all's order ranking of the showcases so far? Like, obviously Xbox number one, but after that.
Xbox, and it's real close between Summer Games Fest and Sony's. They're kind of about a tie for me. So yeah, I'll just leave them as a tie, as second or third place, however you want to define that. And then it would be Ubisoft, and I don't count any other ones.
Yeah, and you gave Ubisoft like a 5.5, I think.
Yeah.
So there's a big gap there. Are we gonna do this in Discord, Jasper?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I was just curious
to wait a little bit
because
that Discord timer.
I forgot what I rated the Summer Games Fest show. Do you guys remember my rating?
I think you gave it like a 7.
That's what I was thinking. I think I gave it a 7.
Apparently the
It's
Xbox
so weird,
Extended is age restricted.
It's so weird. All right, I'll just bring it up on YouTube. They'll do the same thing.
Does that mean
yesterday.
that means Hellblade bloodiness? That's what it means.
So it looks like we're watching it by ourselves on YouTube. So
they had Hellblade at the other thing too. It didn't pop up. So anyway, I'll just bring it up on the other feed here.
Yeah,
no worries. It's actually on Bethesda's YouTube channel also, which is interesting.
Yeah,
I can try that one. But
what was my rating? I think my rating for
or I can try the
Games
Game Awards
Fest,
one.
I already brought it up on YouTube on the stream.
Oh, okay.
Was a 7. I think Xbox was a 10. Summer Games Fest was like a 7. Ubisoft was like also a 7. And then what other show? Sony's show for me was a 4. Xbox 10. Capcom. When I rewatched it, it was even worse than I remember.
You rewatched Capcom's?
Yeah.
Why did you do that to yourself?
I don't know.
That is a good question.
I don't know why I did that.
We gave him
'cause
did you
I
fall
missed some-
asleep?
It was very boring. Because I missed some stuff when I jumped in. There was some stuff I didn't fully watch. I was like, okay, let me give this a fair show. I don't want to. I don't know. I felt weird giving a rating with watching not half the show, but almost half of the show. So I went back and was like, okay, maybe I was being unfair, and no, I wasn't. I should have been more
Psycho
harsh.
wants in the call.
Yeah, I got him.
He's in. Yeah, I should have been more harsh with the Capcom show.
I think you gave it a really bad rating.
I gave it average. I think, right?
Yeah, I think you all gave it like a 5, and I gave it.
Yeah, I gave it an average because I thought it was
1.
either average or below average. But I'm gonna give that also like a 4 or 3. If I can't remember my ratings, I'm tired.
I gave it a 4. I think we all gave it a 4, except
Okay.
for
Was
Jasper,
that the show
who
we-
refused to rate it. Yeah,
because Jasper gave it a 0.
yeah, exactly. What's up,
I can give
Psycho?
it a 0 because some games in there, but Psycho.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad.
What was that one thing
Love
you
the
wanted
energy.
Psycho to say, man? Like the other day, we were like,
Oh,
no,
yeah, I
it
wanted
was-
him to sing the Yo-Ho song.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yo ho, bottle of rum, something.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to deal with tooth pain. So
Damn.
I went to the dentist the other day, so that's all kosher, but that's it. I just
Playing the
side
waiting
effects of
game. No. Yeah.
pretty much.
Right on. Thanks to all the chat for joining us these last few days. Shout out
wait.
to
Xbox Showcase is presented by Diablo.
That's what it said.
Oh wow. Wait,
Okay.
do I have to watch it?
is that
Oh,
on
no.
the main Xbox feed?
Yeah.
Okay, I see it now. I wasn't live. Interesting.
Oh, we're not doing Discord.
It's age restricted for some
Yes.
reason.
Maybe Diablo will
Okay.
make a short appearance in some form or fashion as well. Yeah.
But I think the ratings that I gave everything, Xbox, I gave it a 10 out of 10. Summer Games Fest, I believe I think it was a 7 for me, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I kind of forgot. I think mine was a 7 too.
Sony's for me was about the same, was a 6 or 7. I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was uber terrible. Capcom was, I think we all agreed pretty much it was like a 4 out of 10. And then Ubisoft was I think that one also was a 6 or 7 for me.
Okay.
I can't remember. I think so, but yeah.
Did
It's
you,
been
did you
solid
watch
so
the
far.
future game show?
No, I didn't get a chance to watch Future Game Show yet.
I think I had a lot of games, but I can't remember. I think I was pretty bored watching that too. So
I was
I'm
actually
gonna go back.
expecting like a halfway was like, oh, maybe I won't watch it to see what other announcements kind of like put themselves out there. And I haven't seen too much like game wise of people talking about the games from that showcase. So it was
The
like,
thing, I watched it, like, there wasn't nothing like uber big to really come out of it.
Okay.
So, like, I don't know. And, like, I was turned off from the show, like, right off the rip because they had some woman come out and sing some song in another language that I couldn't understand why a trailer was playing. And it was just like, I'm done with the show at that point.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That Capcom showcase was by far the worst.
Yeah,
Like,
nah,
it was just-
they could have did that in that could have been a Twitter post.
Yeah. I rated it higher than the PlayStation showcase just because like I said with Ubisoft Forward, I gave it an 8 because I'm judging it for what I believe Ubisoft would be capable of a show, right? I think Capcom is more, it could have had cooler stuff there, right? And better showings of what they showed. So if they had done that, they would have gotten around probably what Ubisoft got, because I think that's the best you can hope for, unless there's some fucking amazing huge surprise at one of those things, which you never really get at those, right? But after the Ubisoft show, I mean the Capcom show, I was thinking back at the PlayStation show, and like how the expectations were based on what we got. That's the biggest problem with PlayStation show, right? Like you have a show where they pretty much didn't show up with their first party stuff for the most part, you know what I mean? Which is in stark contrast to Xbox that showed up with several first party games, got glimpses and good looks at several of them. And then you also had third party surprises as well. And even the third party surprises hit better than the ones at the PlayStation show. You know what I mean? Like, so it was just a better overall show. I mean, they even announced Star Wars Outlaws at Xbox. Then you have that new Capcom Game Pass game. Then you got new indies that were revealed that seemed actually pretty exciting as well, like that 33-player co-op game by the Spiritfarer developers as well. So overall, it's been a great couple days, and thanks to you guys for joining in with the co-streams. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys. Thanks to all the chat that's been watching these showcases with us for the last few days. And it's crazy, man, to sit here and still have people hanging out even 4 or 5 days into showcase season now, still catching this last show. You all rock. So shout out to the chat and everybody that's been here. I see some awesome names: Rick Payne, Calorie, Deathlord Strong, Nix is hanging out, Tom from Toonami, Red Monkey Butt, Siki is here hanging out, Finite Rich, Gavlar 88, Delusions of Grandeur, Happy Hitman saying hello from Ireland. What's up, Happy Hitman? Tuku Nagula. There's Hyperfang Gaming. What's up, Hyperfang? What's up, Devin? Neon X. Yeah, you guys all rock. And you can't tell, we're all a little tired, you know, from the last few days. I think gamers in general, from just watching all these shows and all that kind of stuff, are a little tired. I did take a little relaxer last night, and I went to see Transformers: Rise of the Beast, which was really good, man. Oh, I was pretty damn impressed with that movie. If you like Transformers, then you know
who directed that. That wasn't Michael Bay, right?
No, it's Michael Bay is like an executive producer type.
Okay, good.
Those are
now some of my favorite ones.
I can't remember the guy's name, but he did a little introduction to himself before the movie.
Okay.
Like, hi everybody, well, hope you enjoy the movie, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Which is pretty cool to see. But yeah, it was great. Looking forward to seeing Flash next week. I hope I can see that and don't get abused or abducted by Ezra Miller. We'll try and make sure that doesn't happen. I'll be safe.
Good luck.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we got 8 minutes to go here. What are you looking forward to at this show, Psycho? We know that Towerborne, Hellblade 2, Flight Sim, Exoprimal are going to be here, and maybe some other stuff as well.
Ooh. What I would like to see something that they, God, I don't really know. There's so much from the first showcase. This showcase, what I want. I mean, if they Jasper kind of put a dent in my parade, you know, the ultimate Debbie Downer.
It's like refilling your cup.
I was hoping for Gears of War, like the collector's edition, or not collector's, but the Phoenix collection, and he pretty much killed that. So
yeah. Yeah, he did. Later today, also, or maybe they already had it, I'm not sure, but they're gonna have the Forza Monthly, and they're gonna do deep dives on the career mode for Forza. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch that back, because that's my biggest questions with Forza Motorsport. Like, as far as how are they gonna shape that up? Anything particularly looking forward to at this one today, Steel?
The main thing that I want to see is if they end up showing Hellblade combat, because I want people to kind of, you know, be, I don't want to necessarily say like comfortable with what they're gonna get in Hellblade, but just maybe to have a better idea, because that's the biggest thing that people had in question. I don't think people are really like, oh, worried about the graphics or anything like that. They want to know what the gameplay is like. So hopefully we'll see something like that. There was rumors that there could be some announcements here. So, could there be something Gears related? I would like to see. Why would it be here instead of the showcase? I don't know. But it wouldn't.
I
make
mean,
sense
if it's
in the-
Gears related, I think it would be a TV show.
and it could be, but it also wouldn't make sense because there has been a Gears Ultimate Edition already. I don't think that
They were not going to
announcing
announce that. That would be
Just-
so stupid of them to
it,
announce a
it would
game.
it
like-
definitely would be. But if they ended up doing it, it would be pretty impactful, but also it wouldn't be like over the moon or anything, because Gears 1 through 3 you can go play on your Xbox right now, and I believe they're all upscaled and frame boosted and all that great stuff. But to put them in the collection, to say that hey, we went back and remastered them in an ultimate collection, I think it just would be dope. It would be a dope announcement to make. It would rock a little bit. But you know, that's my kind of out to the moon prediction right there. So
Right on.
Nice.
But you 3-bit
Like, what am I predicting will be in the show, or
just the most looking forward to?
Hellblade? I just want to know more about it. Hopefully some sword combat.
I got a question about
But-
that. Everyone's wanting combat from Hellblade, but isn't like I never played the first one. Like, isn't like Hellblade and combat kind of like Plague Tale Requiem, where it's like not really focused on the combat, it's more like the
but
story.
Why?
So, like,
Why people want to see it is they've upped it, apparently, like from the dev diaries and stuff. Like she trained for months in sword combat with like actual experts and stuff like that. So I think people just want to see
how evolved
that-
it's become
yeah.
from the first game.
yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. It has a bigger budget now. Back then it was like decent combat. I know some people was like, oh, that's kind of basic, whatever. I enjoyed it, especially by the end of the game, where you're just, I don't want to spoil it for people, but by the end of the game it feels pretty epic. But I want to see, I do want to see how they evolved it for sure. And but you're right, the game is very story focused. It is a lot of walking around. It is a lot of puzzles, where you, because of her being able to see the world differently, she's able to unlock doors and stuff through seeing patterns that people normally don't see. That's like a form of what's in schizophrenia, I guess. But I'm really looking forward to that. I guess them
and-
kind of talk about how they evolved that.
And here's why I don't think we're gonna get that, because we didn't see it at the Xbox show, and like on their blog post, they're kind of specific with their words. Like, the event will offer deeper dives into what you saw from Avowed, which I forgot was gonna be here, Towerborne, Hellblade 2,
Mhm.
Elder Scrolls Online, and Flight Sim, as well as games from our creative partners that we didn't show you. So if they just kind of go into deeper dives into what we saw, I think they're going to tell us more about, hey, how did they make this game look like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
but
that kind of
but
stuff.
I think during that segment they're like, okay, this is how we evolve the combat, and they'll have a talk still, but maybe show snippets. That's what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting like a full
Yeah,
deep
I don't think we're
demo.
going to get. I think because of 2024 announcement, we're going to get
Mhm.
that later. Probably.
Could be.
And I think
could be.
they're
Let's
only
see.
going to focus on the things that were shown on those trailers, probably. You know what I mean? That's just, I'm just basing it on their styles in the past when they talk about this stuff. Like,
that
tell us about
Hellblade-
what we're seeing here. You know what I mean?
that
kind of
Hellblade
thing.
trailer was very like audio focused. It felt like there was like the one
Yeah.
trailer that really stood out audio wise, because like you could tell that like
Mhm.
it had 3D audio. You could hear it in each ear, like different stuff.
Mhm.
So they'll probably talk about the audio design, I would guess, but I don't know.
We'll see who's right.
We'll see. I'm going to go with Xbox's blog post. Shout to Fonz. How's it going, man? He says, I don't want Hellblade 2 to be way more focused on action combat.
He corrected it.
Okay. You say, I want Hellblade 2 to be more focused on action is what I meant. Yeah, right on. Yeah, I think that the combat in the first one was, while it was still fun, like it didn't like go super deep, you know, with the
Yeah.
combat systems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had fun with it, and I think people had like some main criticisms over Hellblade 1 was about that and more focus on the puzzles and story. Based on what we've seen so far from Hellblade 2, it seems like the focus is also still on that for the most part, but they did talk about revamping that combat and stuff as well. So I'm curious how much attention they're going to spend to it. But I don't know
is
if we're
really
gonna...
good at combat. That's the thing too. Like,
yeah,
their history of like Devil May Cry and other things, they're pretty good at combat. So
yeah, and I wouldn't even want like for it to be overly complex. Like I would even take there just being an additional set of animations or something, so it's not the same 3 animations over and over again. I think that's the main thing that people are like, oh well, it's not that great. Yeah, it's like it's the same combo. Whereas if you added some additional animations in there, maybe have a set of like 10 to 12 different like animation combos that you could do, that would mix it up enough for people to be like, oh, well, this is different from the other one. You don't need a skill tree with special abilities. Like it doesn't have to be all that all of a sudden, but I don't know. I think it'll be a good way to advance it forward. So let's get it. Ooh.
We get
Cyberpunk.
Ooh, we get a deep dive into Cyberpunk. That's cool. Did they say Cyberpunk in the blog post?
We're not doing Discord.
Yeah,
No,
they
Discord
said a celebrity might show up, so maybe Keanu's going to be here.
We're not doing Discord?
No. It wasn't working.
Well, why'd you bring that up?
What?
Why'd you bring Discord up? I didn't say Discord.
What?
What are you talking about? Why'd you say we're not using Discord? Oh, Psycho.
Yeah,
oh, okay. I thought you were talking to me. I was like, what the heck? I didn't even say anything about Discord.
You missed the whole part of the conversation. That's hilarious.
I'm like, okay. Pong's in chat. I see you, Pong.
What's going on, buddy?
I actually want to try that Cities game. I've been hearing a little bit about
Skyline.
it.
Really good if you like city builders.
I think I do. I think I played Sims back in the day. SimCity.
You're just recapping everything that was shown so far.
Yeah, they're showing all the games I was showing at the showcase. Just to remind people, like, yo, this was at the show.
Welcome to the Xbox Games Showcase
Hi, Tina
Extended.
Amini.
My name is Tina Amini, and I'm here to dive a little bit more
I've seen
into
her
the games
tweet
you
about
saw
the show.
at our recent Xbox Games Showcase.
Didn't know she'll be here.
Showcase featured 27
I think this is
ambitious
this broadcast
games,
studio they
all
were talking
coming to
about building.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Games like Clockwork Revolution from In Exile Entertainment, Fable from Playground Games, and from our partners, Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft Massive in collaboration with Lucasfilm
Kunitsugami.
Games, and Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess from Capcom. Today, we'll take a closer look at some other games from our showcase lineup and introduce you to some more games too. We've got the game director of Avowed from Obsidian Entertainment breaking down the game's trailer, and the game director of Hi-Fi Rush from Tango Gameworks is here to tell us about their newest update.
Oh,
You'll also
the
hear from
DLC
Sarah
announcement
Bond,
probably.
head of the gaming ecosystem organization for Xbox, who will tell us more about a program to bring games from
I
underrepresented
like how we're just walking in a
developers
circle.
with unique visions to Xbox and Game Pass.
Hey, that set is dope.
And we
though.
may just have a few other fun guests in store for you too, so stay tuned. But
Is that the
first,
same-
show off.
let's check out the
Gotta
rainy
show off
streets and
the,
sinister markets of Cyberpunk
stage, you know.
2077 Phantom
Is that the
Liberty.
same stage as one
Hello,
everyone was
everyone.
selling, like
I'm
BTK?
really excited to welcome you to this exclusive
that-
Xbox
I
store
think that was
over
pre-recorded
Black
stuff.
Market.
that-
One of the locations
No,
in
the
the
Fan
Black
Fest.
that you are going to
Yeah.
be
We're
gonna
exposed
look at
talking
in
about.
some of the
Cyberpunk
locations here.
2077 Phantom Liberty.
Ooh,
I think Fan
As you
Fest
can
was
see,
at a different
Dogtown
location.
welcomes you with an open
Yeah.
arms.
okay, okay.
The Fan Fest was just a theater, and they had stage they come talk
This
to.
is
They
Black
all the show
This
stuff
is
recorded.
captured on
Where
Xbox
you as a
Series X
player,
in performance
as a
mode.
mercenary, you can
Let's
obtain
go.
unique cyberware and weapons, things that you cannot find anywhere
I'm
in this
really
world.
hyped for this game.
Dogtown is a part of Night City, but
There's
it
too
has
many
its own
freaking
very
games.
distinct look and vibe. It's outside of the jurisdiction of NCPD,
I like the look of this
attracting all kinds
market.
of eccentrics and dangerous characters.
Did you beat
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, man?
Radical mods,
No,
Jim.
not yet.
Never seen
Good.
anything like that on a non-maelstromer.
Because his new update basically revamped the entire game.
Exactly.
I'd beat it. I'd beat it on the Nomad.
We have put a lot.
Yeah, I
of
was.
work into making
No, I wasn't.
the
No,
world
I
feel
was
more
the
alive. Small
Street
scenes,
Kid or
Street Kid,
secrets to
Corpo.
find,
Yeah,
Easter
I was
eggs.
Corpo.
Kid.
I was
Make
Corpo.
this
I was
place
Street
more
Kid.
vibrant
Yeah, I'm gonna
and more
start from
believable.
scratch. New character and everything.
But
Well,
what's
you're never going to get to this
inescapable
DLC then.
in Dogtown is Kurt Hansen. Kurt is a leader of Borges militia.
You never
who
know, you might get
rules
knees
Dogtown
deep
with
in
an
it.
Iron fist.
This happens to me when I get knees deep in something that's like it's all I play for days. Days.
Taxes, who the in Dogtown, I keep your business safe as long as you abide by my rules.
A really nice guy, as you can see.
I thought so.
The black market also is a place where you can find new illegal weapons and goods. They are some of the most powerful items in the world, but are often much more dangerous to use. A new cyberware capacity system, which leads you to
Oh,
push
nice.
your body to the limit and give you new abilities to deliver more thrilling gameplay experiences, like the air dash or the ability to see the enemies through the walls, or change your appearance
Amazing.
to lose the heat.
Oh, we could have
I
got a
love-
multiplayer
August
game
is
for
the
this, but
authorities of
Yeah,
Dogtown,
that would've been
and
dope.
They are more
Yep, it
dangerous
would've
than
been.
NCPD. When you as a player
love the
commit
visuals.
crimes in Dogtown, they are the guys who are going to chase you.
Oh, Nix,
We
it's
have
it's literally a
completely
completely different game than it
overhauled
was
the
on
police
release.
system.
yeah, they
It's with the
completely
update.
Are more
revamped
believable,
the skill tree and all
dynamic,
that kind of
and
stuff.
diverse.
Yeah,
The team has been
It's-
working
it's
passionately to
completely
deliver you
different
more
experience.
deeper
Yeah, I would
and
I would
meaningful
wait
experience, and I
until the
really
update
cannot
dropped to
wait
jump
for
in.
you to find out more
Personally,
this September.
if you have
See you
it
in
yet,
Dogtown.
or just started.
Nice, cool.
Let's-
We're not done talking about CD Projekt Red's next dive into the story between V and Johnny just yet. In fact, we're here with the
they brought
voice and
Keanu.
stylings of Johnny Silverhand, Keanu Reeves himself. Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Likewise. Well, Phantom Liberty introduces us to an entirely new location in Night City.
Look
It's,
at that
it's called
guy.
Dogtown. It's this devastated place. It's controlled by a militia.
I
But I
need a
think you know
gun.
more about it than I do. So how would you describe it to players?
Night City has its own kind of levels to it, and I think Dogtown
I still
is
need to
kind
watch
of going
Matrix
down
4.
to a darker.
No, you don't.
place.
No, I don't.
Oh God.
It's dystopian. It
It
has
was
a tension
not worth
to
it,
it, and this undercurrent.
Cool- it has a
of
cool
kind of
concept in it,
violence, you know, like and
Not worth it, you say?
struggle.
Think?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
can I
Just
swear?
let the good memories keep
Shit's
on
gone
Okay.
being
down.
good.
Yeah, let the,
I'll
let the
just-
good memories.
In
I just live in the
Dogtown.
I live in the
Oh, I
past.
like
I
that.
watched the
Yeah.
I watched the original
Yeah,
trilogy.
and it's just
Yeah,
you know,
I love
mean,
all
hopefully
three.
it'll be
Some
fun
people
for
like don't like
people
the second
to,
one. I love all three.
to
of them. The fourth
play
one, I don't know.
there.
It's hard to believe that there's an underbelly to the underbelly.
Yeah.
Three's
that
a
is Night
masterpiece
City,
compared to
right?
the
Yeah,
fourth
I'm
one.
scared, but in a
Yeah.
good way.
No, it's a good way. I mean, we're all kind of drawn to, we're all moths to the flame, aren't we? And there's a lot of flame in Dogtown.
Well, if anyone can take it on, it's V, so that certainly
Yeah.
gives me the confidence.
Yeah, V's a survivor,
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
you know?
And we just saw a tour of Dogtown, too, so we got a little bit of that
Oh, cool.
ambiance, and we can see what the environment is like. People are getting beat up. It's not good.
It's, yeah.
It's not the friendliest place to be. You gotta be prepared for it, truly.
Yeah.
But in our tour, we also hear a recording from a Colonel Kurt Hansen. Who's this guy? Because he seems pretty dangerous, too.
Yeah, that guy. No, I'm sorry, I can't say that. My inner Johnny came out.
He wants
I
to
think
see
that's
it.
good. You know,
His
we know the
little
tone
Johnny.
now.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's ex-military, military too,
Psycho.
ruthless.
I love how
power
invested he is in
hungry,
playing this character. you know?
manipulative, and Johnny
Yeah,
doesn't
That's
like
Keanu
it.
Reeves.
I could see
I mean,
that.
he
It's- I mean,
kills
the
it,
city in
in my
general is the
opinion.
kind
I
of
thought
place
he was
that
great
breeds
in
that kind of
the story.
character.
Yeah.
Let's take a step back. Let's talk about Johnny.
Why
as a
wouldn't you be
person instead of
passionate
this
about
horrible
something that
person
basically
known as
immortalizes
Colonel
you?
Kurt Hansen.
Yeah.
I don't know about this guy.
He could
but
pass
people
away
like
tomorrow
Johnny,
and
I think it's
just
interesting
bless his soul and
because
he'll
we
live
know
on
him
forever
to
in
be
Cyberpunk.
opinionated. He's radical.
It's a dope
We've seen that in
concept.
Cyberpunk
He's talked about that too.
2077
Well, he's
in the
already
campaign,
800
but
years
I've gotten to
old,
know
and he
him.
looks like
He's
he's
very sensitive.
He's in his-
He
he's in
can
his
actually
60s.
be quite
He said
caring.
800. Is he in his 60s, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
dude,
is
he's
out
There's
aging
no way.
He
He
Yeah.
looks
super
like he's 40.
Little grumpy.
Hawaiians
He has
don't
a right
crack.
to be. He's been used.
Yeah,
I think he's like
been
early
He's
60s.
used, he's been
He literally looks like he's in his
abandoned,
early
and I think
40s.
That,
Yeah.
that kind of hardness of his
It's insane.
outside.
He does not age.
There is a vulnerability to him, and I think what's great about it is I get to play that character in so many different ways, and so the range of it is cool.
And especially for the player, you get to see these moments in flashbacks. You start to understand he's a product of his upbringing, truly, of his surrounding.
Well, let's not get carried away. I mean, we can start talking about nature and nurture. I'm sorry, I keep dropping into Johnny, but yeah, I like his anger. I like his passion. I
He's
like what he
58?
stands
Okay, my
for.
bad.
Well, I
He's
mean,
really
he's
just
close.
looking for a fair shot.
Still,
Still
Sorry.
looks like he's in his
I
early
love that
40s.
he's kind of
Still,
gone through
it's crazy.
music.
No matter
Like
what.
there's an artist side to him, and you know, I got some great speeches.
There's all these moments with Johnny where a tiny little thing, you know, elicits this really fun response. You can flip him off and he double birds you back. Like, I love those kind of moments.
Or rock.
I think another interesting lens of looking at him.
Yeah, we watched
as
The
get into
Replacements
Phantom Liberty
2 weeks ago
is his
again,
dynamic
back.
with Solomon Reed. So what can you tell me about Johnny's relationship with Idris Elba's character?
I think
I haven't seen that one.
Solomon has some
Replacements.
things in common with Johnny in the sense of the military, the sense of being
It's
used.
the story of
used.
Baker Mayfield.
You know, it's in the title, right? They're fighting for a liberty. You know, Solomon's kind of trying to reclaim his life, you know, and Johnny's doing the same thing. You know, it's Cyberpunk 2077, so it might start off as revenge, and it might end as revenge, but I think sometimes he feels like he's lashing out at the wind, you know? And I think Solomon has been living out in the kind of the desert of his life, right? Kind of hiding and harboring.
Yeah.
But I think he also has that kind of soft and hard side to him as well.
So as somebody who's very familiar with thrillers, because you've starred in a few, what do you think about Phantom Liberty makes for a good spy thriller in particular?
The quest to understand what's going on. So, and the kind of scavenger hunt of information, the mystery, the double crossing, what is true, what's fiction, what can you count on, you can't count on anything. That is really kind of amplified.
Well, thank you so much for coming out to another Xbox presentation. You've got a lot of fans out there in the Xbox community, so I think I can speak for all of us in saying we really appreciate you showing up here today.
Oh, well, thank you.
But before
It's
I
an honor
close
to
things
be
chair
out,
over.
Yeah.
well, before I close things out, I'd love your help here, Keanu. How do you think Johnny would end this interview right now?
Well, there's a lot of ways you could do that. But, Tina, pleasure to meet you.
Oh, is that how Johnny would do it?
No,
Oh, thank you, Johnny.
Nice to,
Such
nice
a
to see
Never
you.
mind, I was
pleasure
gonna
to
say
have
how
you
he
on.
I
was
already know where you're
Camera
going,
or
Psycho, with it.
something,
I was
so-
going
Yeah.
to this place.
He's
Thrown over.
respectful, you know.
Oh God.
You're a
Starts
good egg.
describing it.
Oh, thank
yeah,
you.
know,
You too.
but
And I'll see you out there
spit in the
again
hand.
soon.
Swipe up. What?
On Life DLC.
Squanch? Mm.
Yeah.
Is that fucking
mean-
testicles?
The way the game ended was interesting, especially the
Yeah.
additional secret that they gave you.
Yes.
That guy had a hose in his ass.
What the heck is this? Looks disgusting.
High on knife.
Oh, that's high on.
Iron knife.
Wow. That's cool. Wow.
From the makers of Shadowrun and BattleTech.
The world you
Mech
think
Warrior.
you
What is
live
this?
in doesn't
Hong's
exist.
eyes just got wide open here.
It's a pantomime. Theater.
What is this called?
And if you get a glimpse behind the scenery, the
Call of
stage
Cthulhu?
craft,
High on knife. That's a brand new
No,
announcement.
it's
nothing but darkness. And once perceived, it will swallow
Shadow.
you
In the shadow of ancient evil. Oh, it's a turn-based.
It's that fucking
I'm in a
Paradox
race
game.
against this darkness.
What the-
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
remember what it's
yeah.
called.
The,
Ruin, a tower of unspeakable
lamplighter,
power.
lamp something,
I
lamp.
need
Yeah.
the best of the
Oh,
best,
lamplighters?
Yeah,
but they're all
yeah.
dead.
This looks awesome.
So I'll use you.
This is Game Pass Day 1 also.
Scoundrels, thieves,
Wow.
Nice.
cutthroats, the best of the worst.
I would have put this in the show. I guess so.
They had Cities Skylines in the show. That was their Paradox game.
But maybe. Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
The Lamplighters
You're
lead
going to help me save
in the tower at the end of the world.
I love the freaking logo. That little intro was
October.
dope. Nice.
Nice. October 3rd.
When it comes to RPG studios, Obsidian Entertainment is among the very best.
Avowed.
From Fallout New
One
Vegas
second.
and the Outer Worlds to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 and Pentiment, Obsidian Games have placed their stamp on the genre. Joining us today for a closer look at Avowed is game director Carrie Patel. Carrie, I'm so excited to have you here. We just saw this big reveal of Avowed, and there's so many little bits of information in there that I want to dig out and pick your brain around. But before we get into all that, I'm assuming that you don't need to have played Pillars 1 or 2 to really get into Avowed.
You're absolutely right. You don't need to have played Pillars 1 or 2. You can come to the world of Avowed fresh. We want this to be a welcoming experience to new players. But if you are a returning fan, there are some recognizable tidbits.
For people who have played Pillars 1 or 2,
Tidbits.
can you tease any more of just those general
you go.
connections to the universe? And no major spoilers, of course.
Yeah. There are a couple returning characters that players might recognize from Deadfire in particular. Players who have played the original games will recognize some of the parts of the world and some of the factions. The Adirian Empire plays pretty heavily into the world of Avowed, so all of that will be familiar to returning players.
We do start to see some of that Pillars universe now in the Avowed setting, which is really exciting, and it's looking amazing so far. But can you confirm one thing for me? Are we still in Aora?
We're still in Aora, and specifically we're in a region called the Living Lands. So again, returning Pillars fans will recognize the Living Lands as this otherworldly frontier. It's very remote. It's relatively unknown. It's this very dramatic landscape full of all of these different valleys with these unique biomes and creatures, just a really unique visual perspective. And it's a wonderful frontiersy spot that's set for adventure. There's a lot that's undiscovered, and so that's the part of Aora that we're introducing players to in Avowed.
And we also see a character talking to us in the trailer. He seems like he might be a companion, because that would be a very Obsidian thing to do. So what's going on with that?
Yes, this is Kai, and he's one of the first companions you meet in the game. He's an Amawa. That's one of the unique species of the world
He's
of
like the
Eora.
fish guy,
and Kai
right?
as a character brings a balance of this really battle-hardened perspective. He's seen a lot. He's served as a soldier and a mercenary, but he also has a really unique sense of humor. So he brings a spirit of levity and camaraderie to the party as well.
And as he's talking to us, he's also kind of conveying, well, he's straight up saying that he's afraid of you and your abilities. But it's not like the heroes are the only powerful beings in this universe. So I'm curious what that means for who we are as the player character. Are we a watcher again, like in Pillars 1 and 2, or maybe
Thought
we
it
have
looked
some
better because I actually saw
connections to the
stuff.
spirit realm and beyond?
This
that
looks
gives us
like
these terrifying
360
abilities?
dog
So you're
trash.
not a watcher this time, but you do have a unique
There's
soul
some people
connection
out
to
there
the
saying
world
that.
gives you a connection
looks
to the
amazing
living
to me.
lands
So
and
clean.
to some of the more mysterious forces that
Yeah.
work there. The
I don't know
player's
how-
also
I
being
mean,
sent
you
as
can't
an envoy
compare
of the Adirian
CG trailer
Empire,
to
and so they
gameplay
come with
trailer.
both a very mysterious aura, but also a certain sense of
I mean,
political
you can,
urgency.
but
Kai
it's
also mentions
also
a plague. That's
disingenuous to
another
say
bit
that
of detail that we get within the
you
trailer.
can't see the
We see a
similarities
very
of what they were
concerning
trying to go
growth on a
for,
lot of the
why they
creatures in
sold
the
it the way
world.
they
What
did.
can you tell us
It's
about
not
this plague?
so
I
far
can't
from
say too
what
much
they
just
showed.
yet,
It's-
except that it is a unique soul plague that is
Again.
devouring the living lands, and part of the player's mission in being
I'll
sent
tell you,
here
I'm gonna
is
be
to
all over this
investigate
shit.
and try to stop it.
We also saw a lot of combat
That looks
in
fun.
the trailer, and we see
Yeah, something
dual-wielding
I
pistols, we
realized
see
over time is
spells,
just
we
I
see
think Sony
swords, we
fans
see
are
just a ton
just
of
looking
abilities. A lot
for
that actually
No,
is
these
really
are
good
Xbox
for the
fans.
Pillars
This
universe
is-
too.
these are
Those
Xbox
were
fans.
isometric
Are they really,
top-down
though?
view games, and a
Probably
very
Well,
not.
they
first person game. So how
they're
did the team
wishy-washy.
approach that
They
same
want
kind of
the
fantasy
graphical
combat, but
powerhouse
in the
now
first
since
person
we got a
for Avowed?
taste.
So we wanted
Now
to take
everything
that same
changed, I
depth and
guess.
breadth of play styles
silly.
and
It's-
combat
I think
abilities
it's like
and
one
player
person only
fantasies,
saying
where
that.
you can play
We
someone
have
who's very
a good-looking
magically
game, so
attuned,
now
more traditional
everything must
fighter, a
look
ranger,
utterly
and really invest
realistic
in
or
whatever
it's
play style is
trash.
most appealing to you
Yeah, that's
personally.
literally
We
their
wanted to take that
mindset,
depth
though.
and breadth
Like
and
they,
translate
I
it into a
watched
first-person
because I was just
experience, where you
curious
can
to
feel
see
the
what
visceral
Sony fans
nature of
thought
the
about it. They were
attacks,
saying
feel
like
the
Starfield looks
dynamism
like
and the
trash, the
momentum of
gunplay
those
looks like
attacks as you're
trash,
executing them, and that means
Avowed
including
looks
a
like
range
trash.
of options like, as you noted, dual-wielding
Their
pistols, which is one of my
mentalities
favorites,
is
because
on
you don't
another
see that
level.
often in fantasy
Trash.
RPGs.
I look
Also
at this game and I
traditional
just
sword
can't wait to
board,
dive
a whole
into
host
it.
of
You know,
magical
like it
abilities.
just looks like it's
A
gonna
lot
be
of
a
things
hell
that
of
will
a
be
lot of
both a
fun.
little bit familiar, but
That's
hopefully
from
new to
like,
players
do
as
they
well.
just like different
And I've got
games?
one
Like
more question for
RPGs
you,
not
because
for
I know
them,
the audience
or
is going to want to
is
know
this
this
like
one, but
deep?
just how big
Don't
is this
understand
game?
what
So
RPG
it's going
is.
to be roughly comparable to something
This
like
is
Knights of the Old
crazy to me.
Republic 2 or
And
It's gonna be
again,
fun.
Worlds. It is
she
set up
Real
reiterated
player
interconnected
graphics.
open zones that
She
players can
reiterated that
explore
this game
at
is
their
going
own
to be
pace.
the
You
size
can
of an
invest
Outer
in
Worlds.
discovering
Yeah.
every nook and cranny in the world,
Well, you can
discovering every
speedrun Outer
secret,
Worlds in an
finding
hour.
every side quest, meeting every character.
Nobody plays
or
it
you
like
can have
you
a
do,
much more
Jasper.
focused
Yeah, I know.
experience, and it's really up to players and how much time
Just
they want
run
to
it.
spend
Man
in
that
the
played
living
it
lands,
beat
but
Halo
I'm hopeful
Infinite
that
in
they're
2
gonna spend a
hours.
lot of time with us once
Fucking
Avowed
crazy.
releases.
Well, count
You
me in as
beat
one of
Halo
those players,
Infinite
because I
in 2
definitely
hours,
want to
Jasper?
read and hear
Yeah. I
every
wanted to know the
line
story.
of dialogue,
What
everything
the
everyone
heck?
has to tell
Well,
me,
that's
and discover
that's
every
after like
inch of the
On
living
Legendary?
lands.
15
Well,
hours.
thank you again so much for being
No, that
here,
was on
Carrie. This has
easy.
been so
Oh, okay.
insightful and fun.
Thank you, Tina. This has
I'm
been a
still,
pleasure.
That was just a taste of what you can expect
beat
from
it, but
Obsidian
I didn't
Entertainment
have
when
it on.
Avowed
I
lands
didn't
next
beat it
year
Yes.
on
Legendary
Xbox,
yet.
PC,
Yes,
I
show
beat
me more of this
Lasso in
game,
4 hours.
please. I was not expecting for this game to be here. That is crazy. I played the early access for this game for like the closed beta. It is amazing. It is an amazing game, in my opinion. And it does look like that.
퍼스트 디센던트는 언리얼 엔진 5를 사용한
Dang, this looks
차세대 3인칭
clean.
슈터 게임으로 엑스박스 시리즈
Didn't
X와 엑스박스 1을 포함해 콘솔과
didn't PlayStation announce 3 of these games at their showcase?
플레이로 즐기실 수 있도록 개발 중입니다.
What do you mean?
퍼스트 디센던트에서 플레이어는
Live service, spacey, futuristic shooter game.
위에 침략자들에 맞서
I can't wait. I can't wait for this game to come out.
Dang, who made this? Is this the Black Desert
Nexon.
people?
스타일을 가지고 있습니다.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
next.
Gorgeous.
플레이어는
Xbox should be buying
그리스
them.
대륙을 탐험하며
Yeah, it's next
스토리를
on.
체험하고
I mean, the
다양한
game
인물과
definitely
혼자서
needed
혹은
additional
협동
work
플레이로
because
수행하게
it's
됩니다.
like I'm trying to think of games that I would like try to compare it to. It has some
It looks
Destiny
like a mix
aspects,
between
Warframe,
Destiny and Division almost.
Division also. also
플레이를 체험하실 수 있습니다.
Lost Planet.
Dang.
Lost Planet. Yeah.
현재 개발팀은
There's many
작년
different
베타
games
테스트에서
combined into
플레이어
one, but
분들이
it's fun. I was having fun.
Was
with
he
it.
jumping on the
전환하는
boss? Like,
신규 컨텐츠의 개발을 병행하고 있습니다.
that was
Unless that's
pretty
something
cool.
they added.
지금 보시는
Captured on
I think-
Xbox Series X.
최초로 공개하는
There was another beta for this not too long ago. They're supposed to have another one.
That's definitely Lost Planet vibes right there.
5를 활용한 높은 퀄리티의 그래픽이
Oh, yeah, for
안정적으로
sure, for sure.
열심히 개발 중에 있습니다. 신규 계승
Game has a lot of variety to it.
Yeah.
Man. It's super dope.
It looks
I can
fun,
see
though.
독특한 컨셉의
it could be really fun as a co-op for sure.
또한
Is it story based or just like an MMO or what?
It's more MMO-esque.
Right.
It's a live service game, Caller.
몰입감 넘치는 스토리를 경험할 수 있도록
This is why like the Sony showcase stuff didn't hit for me. There's so many of these like live service stuff coming out from these different developers all over the place, right? It's like what's going to differentiate theirs from these other ones, you know? And they're all going with this future vibe, you know, like spacey future, like inspired by Destiny.
Better style ones, though.
Yeah.
This
Sure.
one.
It's not a complaint about this game at all. I'm just saying this.
Yeah, you know, I get what you.
Yeah. We also have, what's the other one coming out that looks kind of like this from Embark?
Arc Raiders.
No, they're not Arc Raiders and the finals.
Oh,
The finals is like a
arena
like
shooter.
it's like more
It's like Battlefield on crack.
Yeah,
it's like a VR-ish kind of like game show.
with like with a lot of destruction and stuff that the game is. When is that game coming out? Is it out? I know they had a beta or something.
None of the games out.
마지막으로 여러분께서 가장 기다리실
A
소식을
crossplay beta. Wow, that's dope.
현재
Oh,
저희는
and they're still gonna do previous consoles. Is it gonna be exclusive to Xbox?
엑스박스 시리즈
It's
X와
Xbox and
X를
PC?
포함한 콘솔과 PC에서
Not the PlayStation?
It says that consoles such as Xbox Series X, S1,
베타 테스트는 8월 22일부터 8월 28일까지 일주일간 진행되며 오늘부터 공식 홈페이지를 통해 신청하실 수 있으니 플레이어분들의 많은 참여를 부탁드리겠습니다. Be the first descendant.
I'm gonna look that up.
I'm liking this showcase of different stuff, you know, that they didn't make the main show, but it's like worth watching. Like that's more on my radar than it was for sure.
We were really talking about what is it we want to do next.
We earnestly started with the idea.
You're right, Duke. You're right.
Making a game that was hopeful,
I would just like
this is
Final
Towerborne.
Fantasy 14 is
Something
exclusive
that
to
had
PlayStation and
a lot
PC.
of
I wanted to see if
replayability,
Xbox
something
at
that
some
you
point
can,
would do something similar for
really
their
explore
platform.
for a long time.
There are different worlds that we want to explore.
Yeah.
Towerborne
As Phil's
is that
in
game.
charge, we'll never see that again.
Welcome to Towerborne.
Oh, cool.
Towerborne is a fast-paced action RPG.
That's an interesting way to
It's a
move
co-op
through the map.
game. You can play
Kinda like
on
Tarantino.
Couch
You can play it
co-op.
on the
That's
couch
cool.
with your friends and family. Everybody's moving through the world.
Nice
map
couch
together.
co-op, too.
As the players move out, they start breadcrumbing the storyline that is being told.
I think this would be fun. Like
From the world map, you go
this would be
into
fun.
Yeah, I could.
fast combat.
I remember like our Ninja
come
Turtles
out of that
playthrough, and
with
we were just like
resources
going
and
crazy.
crafting items
I can imagine
all
the
their
chaos.
This will be like that.
Go
That
back
with
to
a lot more depth, you know.
Yeah.
Matt, Callie, would you turn on closed captions?
The
Turn on
Belvedere
closed captions.
is the player.
Yeah, because
You don't
we're
need to
talking
do
in
that.
some
And
sections,
the
and they want to be able to
player
Oh, okay.
can
still
customize
see what
their
they're saying.
appearance,
Yeah,
their
can you turn it on,
logo,
man?
talk to all these
Got it.
different NPCs.
The world itself is a mix of 3D and 2D. We definitely wanted
Cool.
to
I'm
have that
registered.
kind of beautiful background that you see in animated movies.
Towerborne is all about humanity's last chance at survival.
Humanity is clinging to hope and clinging to this tower.
It is your mission to try to hold the forces of darkness at bay, to give humanity a chance at survival.
The most important thing about the gameplay is it's just fun. And it kind
I
of
think
just
it takes that
amplified
fun
its
that we
fun
had
even
with
when
like
you added
Turtles when it came
another
out.
player. All
To
of
like
those
that,
players
that,
can
that's a
build their
lot. You know what I
character in a
mean?
way that's
'Cause
Yeah.
we tore that game
just
apart.
turns into this
We did.
celebration. Like let's
game was
try
awesome.
to do this one combo, and then let's see if you can do a follow-up. From a
And not
couch
enough
co-op
games,
perspective, that's
you
just
know,
really fun because
They're starting
there's
to
not
not
too many couch co-op games anymore.
appreciate co-op. I feel like in certain. So I like when they do it.
Hoping in 5 years from now, it's in a place that I never even would have thought of.
It's a seasonal game, which is different for us.
Players can
Seasonal.
expect a new storyline with
That's
new
cool.
quests, new biomes. We'll be rolling out new gear, new monsters, new bosses.
Expanding on the content
Right on.
in a continuous, organic way, so it just becomes a living world.
That's dope. There's one flaw of those kind of games. You kind
When
of
we started
play them for
Stoic,
10
we
hours and you're
decided,
done.
let's
Whatever.
Just make
you know.
games that we feel strongly about and we want to play. We had to find the right relationship with a publisher, and I think we found that with Xbox. They've enabled us to make the game that we want to make here. I earnestly cannot wait for the community to see the game that we're rolling out here.
Acquisition
Towerborne,
coming.
I really believe something unique.
So
we like the experience we had with Xbox. You know. They trying to get bought.
Fallout 76.
There's that roar again.
This is as good or better than the PlayStation Showcase so far.
What the hell is that thing?
I'm about to say the audio got weird as
I'm
hell.
John Rush,
Yeah.
art director
Yeah.
of Fallout 76. I hope you enjoyed the world premiere of
That
the
gear was
trailer
kinda-
for our
was
Once in
kinda
a Blue Moon update coming June 20th. Free to play for anyone who owns Fallout 76.
Man, I wish this game didn't suck off the launch because I would have put
The
more
Blue
time
Moon
into it.
has
But
risen over the hills of Appalachia, bringing
It's just
with
so
it
hard
a
to go
ton
back
of
to it
great new
now.
content for players. That includes new
There's so many
cryptids
games
like
competing
Blue
for your
Devil,
time, you know.
yeah,
That's what it really is. It's like, what
Blue Ridge
would you
Caravan Company.
want? Would you rather go back and play this, or go play something else? Play Diablo now, for
We've
example.
also got two new public events, both of
Games
which
are
give you a
fun
chance
for
to earn caravan and
attention.
cryptid-themed rewards. Defend the Middle Mountain pit stop from waves
I like the
of monstrous
cosmetics in this
creatures
game.
safe and sound. And thwart a horde of crazed cultists. in
But see,
peaceful
games like this are why
Season
I have
13,
faith
we've
more
also
when
got a new
Xbox
scoreboard called Shoot
launches
for
a
the
live
Stars.
service game, because
Celebrates the stars of
even
the
if
silver
it
screen
fails, right? Like
and
it,
gives you a
this
chance
is
to
from
earn
Bethesda,
cinema-themed
right
rewards.
before. But even if it fails, between Bethesda and Xbox, they continue to support these things and don't just abandon them, right?
Next year, we're taking players to
Yeah, because it would have been
Atlantic
real easy for them when they got the
where they'll
reception they
gamble
did
on
for
the fates of
76 when
new
it first
factions
dropped.
for
Yeah.
the
To say, all right,
opportunity
well,
to
we'll just
win
work on the
big.
next game. But they've built it out.
Do your part in
It's got a good
helping the
base
Blue
now.
Ridge Caravan Company and earn
Like, look at what
rewards
Square
along the
does.
way.
You know what I mean? This a
Once in
game.
a Blue Moon is coming
A
June
game
20th.
fails, it's just fucking. Oh,
Appalachia is
we
coming
tried.
at ya. We'll
Sorry
see
if you
there.
bought it.
There we go.
Yeah, it requires you to keep funneling in content. That's how you make a live service game successful. Ooh, let's go.
Arcade Challenge update. Y'all think this becomes a big
Roguelike mode?
franchise?
I could care less.
I don't
It
know
has
about
a-
big.
Has the potential to
It could.
expand, like kind of like Persona, maybe. with the fan base, it has potential to have a loyal fan base.
Yeah, it's going to get more of the younger, like the teen attention. That's what this game is going to attract, is that teenage, like, ooh, this looks fun, and there's music, you know, so it keeps their attention.
I think it's one of those kind of games where it's
but-
like when I was growing up as a kid, like Spyro and stuff like that. Since that's me, like the kids that play this now in 20 years are gonna be like, man, I wish they would make a new hi-fi, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, they got the different skin.
The combat's so good in it.
We've just seen a new trailer for updates coming to Hi-Fi Rush called Arcade Challenge Update. No joke, there's literally exclamation points in there. That's not just me. So here to explain that and more about the update
John
is game
Johannes.
director John Johannes. Welcome to Showcase Extended, John.
Really glad to be here.
Exclamation points?
They have to be in there.
Yeah. It feels
It's style.
intentional.
It's
Yeah.
style.
It's
Yeah.
a style
Yeah,
thing.
she is
Well,
killing it
Hi-Fi
as a
Rush
whole,
is such a
so
stylish game in general. I
doing
think
her
that's
thing.
one of the things that people really excitedly pointed out when we shadow dropped the game in the developer direct earlier this year. But making a brand new IP is always a bit of a risk. Your studio's known for kind of scarier games like The Evil Within and Ghostwire Tokyo.
Can't deny that. But yeah, this type of game is something I always wanted to make personally, and I just thought music and action work so well together.
Let's go from Evil
And
Within to
after I had
this.
finished working on Evil Within 2,
Such a
it just
drastic
felt
difference.
like
Just
the
shows
right
the
time to
diversity.
try
You
something
you
new.
give someone a
And
chance,
our
you know.
studio's always been
So
about
they
just
can do
making
something
fun
different.
games. It doesn't have to be about a certain
If you don't, if you
genre
force
or about
people
making
into
one specific
funnels,
thing.
then
Unfortunately,
they're,
there's plenty
you
more
know,
of
you
that
never
content to come because we
reach
just saw
their
an
potential.
absolutely jam-packed trailer. So I'd love for your help in breaking down all the details, all the
Okay.
stuff going
So
into
you
this
got to
update.
beat the game.
Sure. There's a lot, so bear with me. Everything in this mode is unlockable once you finish the game, and you'll unlock an arcade cabinet in your hideout. And by accessing it, you get 2 new modes. One is called BPM Rush mode, which takes the gameplay up to like higher speeds than we've ever done in the main game. And the other is called Power Up Tower Up, which is a new sort of randomized spin on the rhythm tower mode that we had in the original game. And included in this mode are 5 new original songs to play to, as well as 2 brand new enemies. And then there's special attacks and this whole meta system for unlocking upgrades and rewards. And that's all I can think of right now.
I love that there's so much to unpack there, but let's rewind. Let's talk about just BPM Rush for now.
Sure.
It was described in the trailer as effectively Hi-Fi Rush's equivalent of a turbo mode. Can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, early on, the team was like, how fast can we go? And in the game, we kind of settled at, you know, about a max 160 BPM. But this mode really takes it up to 200 BPM. But we sort of ease you in there. It's a gradual upgrade until it eventually gets so fast, you just got to sort of think on your feet and naturally react to the rhythm in the combat of the game.
I personally love that there's a lot of accessibility settings in the game too. It makes it so that you can adjust the game to your own comfort level. But this is a post-game challenge. It's meant for when you've gotten into the rhythm of the game. So I'm curious if you have any pointers on as far as how to tackle that challenge.
As an action game, I think a lot of people want that sort of next level challenge, another way to use their abilities in a new type of environment. This mode does that by putting you at the high speed. But we also have multiple difficulties. We have an easy mode for people who want to experience what that's like, but maybe are not in tune with that sort of high difficulty that's accompanied with this stuff. But then we have a casual normal mode as well. And then we have, after beating those modes, we can unlock an EX mode, which takes up to a hard level where damage is multiplied and keeps you at that high BPM throughout the entire time.
But there already was a post-game challenge when Hi-Fi Rush launched. It was the Rhythm Tower mode. You mentioned that briefly earlier. That's the one where you face just increasingly difficult combat. So how has that evolved with the Power Up Tower Up mode?
So the Rhythm Tower mode was kind of like a very curated experience. And while it was very challenging, you can prepare, go in and sort of customize your character, know what you're getting into. And in this mode, we flip it to the almost opposite end. Chai starts off downgraded. We actually remove all your abilities, and you have to earn them back by fighting waves of randomized enemy sets. And after every wave of enemies, you get to choose from a series of power-ups that can gradually increase your stats. Each of these upgrades comes with either bonus or negative modifiers as well to the gameplay.
Good way to
so you can
add
take more
longevity
risks or
to a
less
game if
risks
you're already
depending
in
on
that
which
mix.
upgrades you pick. And again, those upgrades are randomized each level, so really kind of have to have an understanding of the systems and not quite master them, but have a good grasp if you want to go in and come out on top.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, it was a really packed trailer. There was a lot of information in there. It's a chonky update. So what else have you got for us? Because I feel like there's more on the table there.
Yeah, so by playing in the 2 modes, you unlock these rewards through these challenges that are connected to these 2 modes. And in those rewards are things like accessories for Chai and new costumes for Chai 808, and even as well as fan favorite Corsica. We have new modes for the photo mode as well. Things like new filters. We have new poses for the characters. We have stickers that you can place on the photos now. And then there are some extra hidden secrets that we don't want to give away right now, which, as you know from our game, we like to hide in there and we like people to find, which is always fun. And then in conjunction with this release, we're also releasing a separate costume pack, which is a kind of take on what the characters would look like if maybe this game took place in a different time period.
Ooh, a little tease. I like that.
And there's some really fun-looking stuff in there, so.
Well, thank you again so much for coming out all the way from Japan to Showcase Extended, John.
I'm super glad to be here.
That's all we have to share about the new update for Tango Gameworks' Hi-Fi Rush coming soon. Now it's time for us to return to the second era of Tamriel and the Elder Scrolls Online.
I still gotta beat
ZeniMax
Hi-Fi
Online
Rush.
Studios debuted the trailer for their upcoming
still haven't
expansion at
beat it.
Showcase, and today they're here to break that trailer down.
Supporting their game.
Let's hear what the team has to say about the Necron
Everybody on the
expansion
main
for Elder
channel is
Scrolls
asking for
Online.
Halo and Gears right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, they should be asking for
Hey everyone,
Halo.
thank you so much for watching the Xbox Showcase. I'm Rich Lambert.
I'm sure the season trailer will be
here. And I'm CJ Greb. I'm the project art director for Elder Scrolls Online.
One of the really interesting things about Elder Scrolls Online is it's different than really any other game out there. It's not your typical level-gated world. Go anywhere, you can explore in any order you want to.
You really can hop in at any moment, play with anybody, can play any part of the game.
And any story.
This is another one I wish I had the time to
Xbox Game Pass,
sink my
the biggest
life
open world
into,
RPG on Xbox. And if you're at all a fan of Elder Scrolls, you can go places that you maybe have never gone before in an Elder Scrolls game,
and do things that you've never been able to do. There's so many different
It's a
activities
card
to
game.
participate in.
Housing.
Yep.
We've got lore hunting and antiquities, right? There's the dungeons and the trials.
And you can, of course, always revisit lands that you've been to.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls
before.
Online is good,
Morrowind.
definitely.
Yeah, and they're
Definitely recommend trying it out if
We're
you have
almost
time.
1,000
Yeah.
years in the past.
Yeah.
Come in by yourself, come in with friends, but don't worry that you're ever not going to.
They keep expanding it and
because
expanding
there are
it.
adventures.
I would love to play
everywhere
this
you
game and us all like together. How many can you have in a party? 4?
We had an awesome trailer during the showcase.
I think it's 4. Yeah.
To all have
Hey,
like brand new
Necrom,
characters, you know, kind of like we did with Diablo, and play at the same time. That's how I would want to enjoy it the most.
Daedric god of knowledge. He's not good.
Yeah, I
he's
think
not
it's
evil.
4, but I could have swore
he
he
is
could
just
even do
focused
more than
on
that.
cataloging the world and collecting.
I think there's certain
everything he
events like
possibly
the
can to
PvP stuff. I think you have
And
larger parties.
what you
and stuff
kind of
like that,
see in
but-
the trailer is more a kind of always on guard, always looking over and watching what's kind of going on. And
It's
you get to
definitely a
see
huge
some
time sink,
nostalgia in there as well. From
There's a
Towerborne
12-player
to
group
Skyrim
limit.
with the yellow-green
Let's see.
skies.
The vast inky sea, the stacks of books.
I'll still never forget the first time you showed us the initial concepts for everything made out of books. I remember looking at that going, oh my God, how are we going to do
How are we
this?
gonna
Like,
do
how
that?
is this going to run? And
We always try to honor the past, right? Because when we go back to areas that people who play Elder Scrolls games have played, they know these lands. We want them to feel like they're coming home, right? But we have the chance.
Yeah,
to,
so you could
to
do
add a
4,
little
but you
into
could
the
kind of
mix.
do some stuff
the
together.
art team was able to really
if there's
play
more than
with kind
4.
of cool, unique monsters.
Yeah, we were given some great places to go for new monsters in the zone. We were looking at making a creature that would kind of freeze you in terror as soon as you saw it, and a creature that has a deeper connection to the overall story of the zone.
We've also got the Tavani Peninsula, kind of the Morrowind vibe.
It's always fun to go back to this part of Tamriel because it's one of the most imaginative and sort of like visually expressive things that has ever been created for an Elder Scrolls world. And then, of course, Necrom City itself.
This ancient city that, you know, is rumored to have been built, you know, even before the tribunal was even established.
Right.
Being able to play with that and look at that architecture and this ancient city of the dead.
And you guys gave us a new class to do.
The Arcanist draws their powers from HitnFGsBluntd.
Reminds me of the
We
Necro
really
class.
challenged
Let's go.
ourselves and the team to make something that didn't feel like anything else that we have built.
Everything we've been talking about sounds amazing, but when do we actually get to play it?
Necrom launches on Xbox June 20th, and we can't wait for everybody to get in
20th.
there and see this amazing content that we've created.
Thanks, everyone, for watching us during the showcase and watching us today. Lots of exciting stuff coming for ESO. In
Yeah,
the future.
not liking this.
We'll see you in Tamriel.
Oh God, another game I'm not going to be playing.
The genre-defining horror game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is this,
Oh, this.
what is this?
This is a Phasmophobia, I think. Yeah,
Is that what it is?
that's that
Yeah.
ghost game I played at Halloween.
It's coming to consoles. This is a pretty decent announcement here. Did they already announce this before it's coming to...
No, this is a new announcement.
I've watched you stream this, Jasper.
Yeah.
Kate's gonna be all over this shit.
Probably have someone to play with him.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, this is like Ghost Hunters. You know, you're
Yeah.
like a paranormal investigator.
You go like, and what's interesting is like they give you like a bio of like the place you go in, so you have like a person you look for like named Sarah, so you go in and be like, is there a Sarah in the house? And like you will get responses, like you have to say the ghost's name and shit.
Definitely a dope concept.
August.
IBS World News.
Exoprimal.
番組をご覧の皆様、こんにちは。エグゾプライマルディレクターの平岡です。まずはじめに、3月に開催しました第1回オープンベータテストに多くのエグゾファイターの皆様にご参加いただきました。アンケートや SNS を通じてたくさんのフィードバックをいただいております。今後の開発に活用させていただきます。ご協力ありがとうございました。さて、カプコンショーケースはご覧いただけましたでしょうか。その中で発表しましたが、第2回オープンベータテストの開催が決定しました。詳しい日程や情報は公式サイトをご覧ください。それではここからは番組をご覧の皆様に新情報を紹介します。まずはサベージガントレットという新たなモードです。サベージガントレットは内容が毎週切り替わる
same thing they talked about yesterday.
Yes.
Different
世界中の
gameplay
ファイター
though.
とクリアタイムを競うというモードになっています。ディノサバイバルとは違い、出現する恐竜やフィールドが遊ぶたびには変化せず、全世界のプレイヤーが同じ内容のミッションに挑みます。
Like a completely different style
今回
game.
は
But...
恐竜が出現する位置にあらかじめ
Nowhere
ト
even
リプル
close.
スレッドを設置しています。出現してきたらこのようにスカイウェーブのグラビトンケージと合わせて起爆。一網打尽にできました。
What's up, y'all?
ミッションは画面上部に表示されている恐竜の討伐なのですが、サベージガントレットでは目標以外の恐竜が出現することが少なくありません。もちろん討伐せずに無視することもできますが、ミッション達成の妨げになる可能性があります。
No, Froggy, I haven't tried the Red Ball patch. I'm not going to be going back to it after the loss of progress.
目標を達成したら次のミッションへ。ゲームの流れはディノサバイバルと同じなので、すんなり遊べると思います。
I've been playing it on PC, so I got the 60 frames, but I was waiting for the crew to play it with because I was getting kind of bored.
なるほど。スナイパーネオソーが離れた位置に多く出現するので、ビジラントに着替えたようですね。フレームネオソーも出現するので、フロストロックで動きを止めて集中攻撃のチャンスも作り出せますね。
I hope the PvP mode is still available because the way that they talked about it, it made it seem like they took it out.
In what?
In this, in Exoprimal.
Well, I think
that was
another
the most sweaty part. It was kind of, it was pretty fun to win.
基本的にはミッションの難易度は高く設定されています。モジュールの強化、組み合わせはもちろん、チームメンバーのスーツ構成など、よく考えて挑んでみてください。 サベージガントレットをクリアする
My
と
biggest pet
このように
peeve
ク
from
リアタイムが表示されます。
Capcom is
そ
their
の後
font.
自分のクリアタイムがどの程度だった
I
か
don't know why they use the most boring
評価がさ
font
れます。
in their games
次は
and
バリアン
also
トスー
their
ツを紹
That's
介
just
しま
like
す。
every Japanese
バリアン
style
トスー
game.
ツ
I
は
just
デフォルトの
I
エ
just
クゾ
can't.
スーツとは異なる性質の武器を装備しており、戦い方が変化したスーツです。
It
Been
was like
pretty good
really
so far,
skinny
ボーイズ。
ライ
font.
フルを装備していますが、デッドアイアルファ、バーストファイヤーはショットガンとバースト射撃を切り替えられるバトルライフルを装備しています。
This is a really fun game. I do agree though. It's like if there's so many different things competing for our time, it's gonna be hard to spend too much time with it though.
He's also the way that they're presenting this is kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no energy. He doesn't seem excited about it. That's the. It's not a good look. Can't get people hyped for something if you present it boring.
村雨アルファ、フロストブレイブ、
Music isn't getting you hype.
チャージショットガン。
The music's alright, but it's like him talking over it. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not doing anything for me.
スカイウェーブアルファ、サンダークラップ、
There's marketing teams for a reason. There's, you know what I mean? Like,
ニンバスアルファ、
put together a good trailer or something. Do a little bit of talking in the beginning. And
I like
let
the
game
animations on that
は
character.
発売後のタイトルアップデートで遊べるようになります。エグゾプライマルは発売後の
Chris Jones says, I wonder if Mav's Starfield spaceship will have the appearance of an animal cracker.
を追加していきますので、ご期待ください。
Which
本日は
animal
ありが
cracker?
とうございました。
Probably the elephant, right?
The jar. It's just gonna be a big bear.
The jar. The jar itself.
A big bear. That's funny.
Made me crave an animal crap.
It's great to see the dedication from the team at Capcom.
I'm gonna try to
and how they're
rebuild.
building
I'm a
Exoprimal
cosplay as
in partnership
Thanos
with the
and
community.
Starfield and wipe out an entire
Gaming
planet.
has the power to immerse us in worlds and perspectives we'd never otherwise experience. We can fight dinosaurs,
Only half of it,
transport to a dystopian
For
future,
balance.
explore the
Well, I
universe,
could wipe out one
and
planet.
conjure
There'll be others out there.
And we get to do this
Well, actually, you would
together,
have to wipe
no
out
matter where we are
500
on the
something
planet,
planets.
the
Yeah,
language
so you
we
gotta have
speak,
That's
balance.
gonna
look like,
that's
or
gonna
our
take a while.
physical abilities.
I'll try.
That is why it is both an absolute imperative and an incredible
Thanos has a ship too. I
opportunity
could probably
that
find
games
out what
represent
that ship looked like.
all of us. That is why we created the ID at Xbox Developer Acceleration Program to help underrepresented creators and stories in the industry shine. We call it DAP. DAP already includes
DAP.
more than 100 emerging developers, and they've
Whoa,
launched 30
like the style.
incredible games like A Space for the Unbound, Validate, and HOA. And there are many, many more in the works. Let's take a look at these amazing games coming up
Yep,
next.
here's the
from
indie
ID
stuff.
Xbox's Developer
Max Payne.
Acceleration Program.
Indie Max Payne.
Is they had an amazing showcase 2 days ago.
Oh, Paris.
And they're
What up,
bitching
Paris?
about an
Gonna be flight
extended
sim, I bet.
showcase.
Yep.
What should we expect? Hey, Paris.
I got a call from my good friend Jörg Newman, the head of Microsoft Flight Simulator. He told me about this once-in-a-lifetime, out-of-this-world opportunity. So I'm here in Budapest, the capital of Hungary.
Budapest?
Jörg, he's around here somewhere. Let's go find him. Jörg! Hey,
Paris's daily flight trip.
Yeah, great to see you.
I mean, yearly.
Of course. What am I doing here?
I'll tell you on the way. We have a boat to catch.
A boat?
Yep.
We don't have a plane?
Nope. Come on, Paris.
Coming up later, behind the scenes of Hellblade 2. Let's go.
Jörg, what is this place? What kind of aircraft are you storing in here?
This reminds me, I still haven't seen the Maverick
All right,
movie.
Paris, are you ready for this?
You know I'm ready for this.
All right, let's
Go
go.
see it. Or get it.
Is it good?
Oh. Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I think it's on Paramount.
Yeah.
Dune.
I think
This
I
is
have
incredible. Come on, I want you to meet someone.
Duke says we could take Paris' job. Paris, he's pretty good at talking.
Paris, I would like to introduce Patrice Vermette, Academy
It'd be fun though
Award-winning
to be at
production
one of these
designer
shows.
of
They
Dune.
have the Fun Spec
It is
fam
very nice to
introduce
meet you.
Xbox
I'm
games.
a huge fan of Dune. Now, Patrice,
That would be fun.
tell me what is
If they
this
ever
place?
go through our old podcast,
They probably shouldn't.
Ain't no way in hell they would ever allow us to do that.
Dune Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah, probably not.
Now, Jörg, I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
if
a
I was
brand
enough,
risk.
So it
so
goes
then they
back to
probably would.
November 2021. Dune had just hit the movie
this-
theater.
They don't like my.
And we got a call
I'm
from
too
Legendary,
edgy
and they had
for
the idea that we
Xbox.
bring an ornithopter into Microsoft Flight Simulator. And me being a lifelong science fiction reader
Be a
and
brand
fan,
risk.
a big, huge fan of the Frank
Yeah,
Herbert
pretty
books, how could I say no?
Okay, now it makes sense after seeing the trailer at the Xbox showcase. I understand why you brought me here.
You guys want to take a look? Because we actually do have a couple of ornithopters here if you want to see.
I would love to.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right.
That'd be dope. I think Pong
Wow.
should definitely do it.
Look at this.
Pong got that radio
It's
voice.
a one-on-one real-sized ornithopter. It's amazing.
Sure, thank you. Denis likes things to be plausible, so that's why they were built to look military, rugged, and stealth.
Now, here's the most important question. Were they built to fly?
Funny you mentioned, because I've been asked that question on a couple of occasions. No, they
They're
don't
11
fly.
tons.
They are heavy. They're 11 tons.
So, Jorg, you had to get this working in the game. How did you do this in Flight Sim?
Yeah, it was actually interesting. So in general, ornithopters can fly and do fly. This particular one, given that it weighs 11 tons, that's going to be a little bit harder.
Yeah,
specifically
how
because it's
about-
not
there's
really
no
doing
way
the
that's-
ornithopter bird
we can make
fly.
that exist
It
right
does
now.
Oscillation of the blades, and we currently
I wanna
don't have
see
the
it, though.
material science
That'd
to
be
get the
dope.
thrust and the
That'd be
lift.
dope.
Yeah.
But on Arrakis, I think this is absolutely
Well,
possible.
we would be
Flight Sim,
on a
made it
whole
work.
different level of technology. But that's
Yeah, yeah. we getting somewhere. Though. We doing something.
I mean, we have
Just
little
like-
drones that have
Normally
fly
we're
like that.
going
It's
through
just
the,
yeah, making a big version where people can ride it.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, so what's cool about this, Paris, is that all those buttons are actually realistically hooked up to the system. Master engine switch, what you're doing there. Above those, the red, are basically all the lights.
And as you notice, it's all analog because in the world of Dune, there's no thinking machines. Thinking
Understand
machines
this
have been
games,
illegal for
please.
10,000 years.
We
It was
kind of
absolutely
expected there's going to be
fascinating when we
more
implemented it.
footage
It's
stuff.
science fiction.
but
We thought, oh, it's glass cockpits.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be computerized. Like,
For-
none of it.
for the
This-
extended-
This is a very
I was just hoping they would go
practical
more into
helicopter. Almost like
actual
from the
Flight Sim 24,
1960s.
not the Dune
So,
thing.
Jorg,
But
in the
Yeah.
first movie, the Thopter
Well,
was
it
able
did
to do
say
a lot of
Dune
cool moves and
expansion.
maneuvers. You're going to be able to
To be
reproduce
fair.
that in Flight Sim?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, the really cool design that you guys came up with is each blade is independently controlled. So each blade has its own lift and thrust. And that means it can go from a really stable hover to a steep dive and back
Oh,
to a
it's gonna be
glide
insane.
instantaneously. I would just say thank you that you designed such an awesome and realistic machine, because that's what we do. We bring realistic machines to life. But if you want to see a little bit more about the game
They're
design,
spamming warp
I
warp
have
in
something
the
for
chat.
you.
Absolutely, I'd love to see.
All right, so the setup for this expansion is that you are a Atreides pilot on Arrakis flying
Did a
an
cat
ornithopter.
just die?
I have no idea what the fuck that was.
We basically built this section of Arrakis. Here's the capital city of Arkeen. Here's the botanical garden. We have that as well. And the first thing we do
That
is we
would
train
be
you up.
hilarious.
The fast takeoff,
Imagine
fast landing, and then
Nintendo
the deep
hires
dive.
Pong and Mav
And
to
then we
talk
take you
about
to some of the
Switch.
extreme locations.
That would
like
be
the
really
bottom of the
funny.
cliff,
If they hired us to
the
talk
hole
about
in
the
the
Switch
rock.
2, like,
The red
thank
chasm.
fucking
You
God,
really have to
finally!
skills. And then
There is
Here's
a better
a
device
3-year-old
for
piece of
your
hardware that's coming out
talk
this
about
year.
today. That basically wraps up the experience. It's gonna be great.
Super exciting. Hey,
It was great to see you again.
Paris, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
having me.
Poison. We all pretty much thought it was going to be like
All
that.
right,
So
Jorg. Where to next?
Well, I don't know what they eat on Arrakis, but this is Budapest.
just the
and I hear
people
they
in the
have
comments like,
excellent
we want
goulash.
cheers and
I know a place.
it's just funny.
I don't know what they're expecting. Another showcase like on Sunday.
But can't even pay attention to those cats, man. It's like,
Oh no, most of them are bots. Most of them are
yeah.
from other countries that barely speak English. That whoa, psycho, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ron, what's wrong with that?
Gotta be. You can't just group people together like that.
Yeah.
Well, I saw Russians. I saw a whole bunch that were not even in English, so I wasn't saying anything bad about them.
Oh, this game looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Fusion Frenzy.
Marble Madness.
Go Mecha Ball, what does it say?
Go Mecha Ball.
There's a mech game still.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It looks interesting. Not gonna lie.
Nice. That looked.
Oh, Liza P.
Liza P is a thrilling Souls-like that takes the story of Pinocchio, turns it on its head, and sets it against the darkly
Can't wait to
elegant
jump in
backdrop
this one.
of the
Is that
Philippines.
Timothy Chalamet?
I have a really good feeling about this game.
You are awakened by a mysterious voice.
Remnant 2 is going to be
You
my
must
Souls-like
adapt
game this
yourself
year.
and your weapons.
If there's nothing
Face
around it.
untold horrors, untangle the unfathomable secrets of the city's elites, and choose whether to confront predicaments with the truth or weave lies to overcome them on the journey to find yourself. You are able to create your own weapon through the combination of these blades and handles.
Oh yeah, Pinocchio.
Combinations with
Did you play the beta
appearances
or the demo?
No, I'm not gonna play the demo.
No, I'm not playing it either. I want to play the full
Every
thing.
blade and handle has its distinctive.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Fable art,
Typically.
combat skill that can be casted by consuming.
Did you like it,
fable
Psycho?
slots.
You played the beta?
Fable slots can be
Yeah.
charged again through
Yeah,
combat.
it's like a
Select
mixture
your own
of
special
souls
skills
and
to vanquish your enemies. The Legion.
It's kinda like Bloodborne, where-
I was about to say
keys
that's
left
what
on.
everybody was comparing it
The
to.
Legion
Bloodborne 2.
exhibits special abilities
Yeah.
by consuming the Legion gauge.
I guess so. I
providing
never
an
played
eclectic combat
Bloodborne, so I'm assuming I'll take your word for it.
So,
Bloodborne
puppets
is
are all there
amazing.
are? I highly doubt
Yeah,
that.
I've never.
It's my
You'll have to
favorite.
face
I
all
just,
sorts
my
of
favorite Souls game.
monsters.
I didn't have a
Puppets only being
PS3,
one of them.
so I don't
You're
know.
not quite done yet. Bone-chilling bosses await you.
It was on PS4.
If a boss seems too intimidating,
I think.
If
you
they
might wanna get
no,
help from a
because
specter.
I think you
boss
can play it
matches,
on PS4.
You can summon a specter
but
that
they
will
didn't
assist
make
you in
it on
battle.
PS4.
With a bit of help, you will be able to defeat bosses with more ease.
This is a pure Souls game here, bro.
No, it definitely is. Yeah.
The P organ is a system that allows you to upgrade your character. Use quartz to optimize P to your liking. Within the P organ, you can select which slots to unlock depending on your preference. There will be times when you will be confronted with choices where you can give comfort to others and
I
sorrow
like that
and
concept of the
despair
game
by
too.
minding
Playing
Oh,
off the
cool.
English
That's
lore of the
different.
game.
the truth.
Yeah. I'm a real boy.
What do you
Carve
think
your
grows
own
on him?
path.
I don't know.
Meet
Maybe
Lies of P
become
on
more
Xbox One,
like
Xbox
robot
Series,
or
and
whatever.
Game Pass. Coming to you this
Maybe.
September
It definitely
19th.
won't be his nose. That would be too weird.
September 19th.
Nice. Game Pass, huh? Game Pass.
At the heart of Hellblade.
Well,
there
maybe
is
instead
our
of
mission to sink you into
Hellblade.
Sinuous
an
world and
appendage
story.
growing
To do
longer,
this,
maybe
it's
your
critical that we
health
make it
grows
as easy
shorter.
as
Hellblade
possible
2.
for you to suspend your disbelief.
I mean, if
One
it's
key
kind of
method
like, if it's
achieving
kind of
this
based on, if
is
it's
our
like
use of
Souls-like
performance
games, and
capture.
maybe do something with the humanity where like you do become more puppet-like. Maybe
Capture
you
performance.
lose your humanity.
What I want to achieve on stage is to get the best performance and best storytelling from the actors, and then to get that into the game as faithfully as possible. I want to see what I saw on stage in the game. It's time to find out. Why are they watching? It's time to find. When we were shooting a scene from the Xbox showcase, it was quite a somber mood on set, because that was one of our moments in the game where it's just Senua and the Furies, and we have an opportunity to connect with the player one-on-one.
Are they? Where are you? What do they want? I don't like it. I'm scared. This is too much.
At this point in Senua's journey, she's had her confidence eroded. There's a lot of doubt, and she needs to find within herself a spark of hope, that strength that she has, in order to continue on.
Everything I've done has led me to this place.
I don't think you're getting your
While the
combat
scene is
video
relatively
you
simple,
wanted.
the scale and complexity of our
Probably
performance
not.
capture has multiplied to meet our creative
Exactly what I said it
ambitions
was
on Hellblade 2.
Yeah.
We shot the first
Dang.
Hellblade in the boardroom of our old studio. It was very
This is how we made the
diverse
trailer.
together. In the new studio, we have a custom-built mocap space, which has pretty much
Well, I
everything
don't remember
we
those
could
people
have
in
dreamed
the,
of. We've got
trailer.
projectors.
Oh, I remember that part.
You didn't see the other
Ground
four
if we
people
need
running
to.
around in the
We've
trailer?
got loads of props
No.
that we have available to us at any time so we can build sets.
I remember coming into interview and seeing the setup down there and immediately being impressed by the clear commitment that had been made to underpinning great true-to-life performance with great quality data. So we've got a lot more cameras.
The only
this
thing
time
about that
around.
understanding is this
They're kind of top of the line
this was
at
never
the
said to
moment.
be that type of
And
showcase.
in the kind of space that we have downstairs, we have nearly wall-to-wall coverage, which is
So
really
he wants to see
impressive,
more
and
gameplay.
It's not something that is common. It's certainly a step up.
No, they told
from
us they were gonna
cameras set up in a boardroom.
talk about what was
With
shown.
our setup,
right?
we can
Yeah, and they
push
also
even
did this last
further
year, so.
on our ambition of bringing through as much of our actors' performances as possible into the game, even down to the most nuanced of movements.
So when you've got a optical system like ours set up and calibrated well, you can track performers' movements down
I need to
a
close
millimeter.
the animal crap.
So we can see somebody shuffling their finger along the
I mean,
table or just wiggling
Depka
them
says,
very
I'm more
gently.
and
You
more
can see
convinced that Ninja Theory
hesitation
wants to make a
and
movie
breath.
instead of a game.
There's no need
Why are
to
they always focused
push
on
the action
performance
and
instead of
overact.
gameplay?
You can just
I mean, because the
be your
performance is part of the game.
I'm here now.
Like,
Have you not played the
What
first
we want
Hellblade?
is the best performance possible.
I mean, also
best
Last of
immersion
Us does
possible
this.
for the
Like,
player,
there's several
and that's
games
why
out
we
there
go to
that
these
have
lengths, just to try to
to
get
spend
that
hours doing
extra,
mocap. That's just like
fidelity of performance into the game.
and also it's just like
What do you
part of the
want me to do?
gameplay is the performance and how it comes
With
across to you.
performance capture
There's
being at
also
the heart
like
of our character
audio that's
movement,
very
our
integral to the
props and
game,
staging had
the
to
overall
facilitate
feeling
our
of the
vision.
game.
I don't want to give
Hellblade
any
is different
spoilers
in,
away,
in
but
that,
there
you know
is
what I
going
mean?
to
You
be
either like it or
in the
you.
game.
It's either for you
That
or
will
it's
have
not.
several characters on
It's not-
board.
yeah,
We
it's
wanted to be able
fighting
to capture
schizophrenia.
the motion
So
of a
the
boat
performance
across multiple
has to be
characters
delivered and
simultaneously.
sold that she's
And
schizophrenic
we, for the first time, had the space
during
to be
this
able
video
to
game, and then
construct
she,
a proper
you know,
rig for this. So we had a
has
platform which
now this
could
is
be
she's
moved,
approved,
in
but
any
how
number
is
of
that
ways to
still
create
playing
that
a
kind of
factor
pitch
in
and
how?
yaw
So
and
it
roll
is
that
a
you get on the
huge
ocean. And we got our actors
acting
up
and
onto this boat and captured scene with high waves and a
character-related,
storm, and we got
video
incredible
game.
data from
Yeah,
really, really
It
amazing.
wasn't. It's not like
The
Ninja
most
Gaiden.
important part of my role is to make
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
that
that's
story
You
is
know,
told.
so it's a different
And
game.
having
It's
these
a
But
very,
I
wonderful actors
and I
we're
get that
working
too,
with
that people want to see the game, and
bring
I
their
definitely
talents
get
to bear
that.
on these characters has been such an amazing
And
experience.
again, I do agree with you in some ways. I would have loved to see more actual gameplay, because I mean it just helps kind of cool a lot of the hotheads off, if anything.
Yeah. Dang. Still interesting.
My name's Larry Herb, Xbox's Major
But my kind of
Nelson.
like
Welcome.
the way that I've
Welcome to
approached it is
FanFest.
if
I'm excited to be
you
here.
liked Hellblade 1, I don't see why
roll that
you wouldn't like Hellblade 2. Especially they have like 10 times the team,
Yeah,
100 times the money. Like there's so many additional things they're going to be able to go into this one that they didn't have in the first one when they were just trying to prove themselves more than anything. So that's kind
First
of
Hellblade, I absolutely love. It was like very, I don't know, it was different from any other game I've ever played. In terms of how they dealt with like it was very much like inner journey, but at the same time you're dealing with your inner demons, but also like battling other. Yeah. So in terms of that, that's what. When I was playing that game, I'm like, dang, I never played a game like this before. So it is one of my most anticipated outside of Starfield. But yeah, I'm just what they got. I was playing Diablo.
This is like clips from all their Summer Game Fest they had
Yep.
events.
Well, it's just this year.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Honestly,
the
I've
different
never
parts of
felt
the
so
world.
good to be
Yeah.
part of Xbox in my life. I'm just wandering around. I've been talking to people, and everybody is so excited about what's to come.
We really put a lot of emphasis on empowering creative risk, and then there's so much excitement for what we're going to be able to deliver going into 2024, and even games in 2024 that we haven't talked about yet. So our mission, our strategy is to bring the joy of gaming to everybody, no matter where they want to play, how they want to play. And I just feel, you know, a real responsibility, a real privilege, excitement that we get to be the ones to build those games that are going to be at the center of no matter what we do.
Hi, I'm Sebastian, and I'm the community manager for Light Your Frontier. Today, I'll be playing with Kelly, Anita, and Carolina to
This is
explore the new
that,
multiplayer features Light Your Frontier as
survival, mech, farming,
Today, we should
whatever
continue
game.
building up the base
Oh,
we started
Frontier.
yesterday. We'll need more resources
Light Year
and
Frontier.
faster if we work together
Light
to
Year
collect
Frontier.
them. Can two of you work on that?
I was actually, I'm kind of hyped for
Hey,
this
that
game.
purple mech looks
Low
I think
key.
this got delayed. It was supposed
my
to be out
favorite
like
color.
early this year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the
it's-
car looks pretty good
it was
with all
supposed
the
to come out
props.
this year, then I
Yeah,
think
no,
delayed
right?
to 2020.
I'm looking forward to
Well,
making
I
it
don't
probably
think
bigger.
until it's ready. They
We're
said
gonna
so.
work on making
I don't
the hub
know.
look a
Could
little
be
bit
late
better, and then
23
I'll
or
come down and help you out.
2024.
Great. I'll see you in a bit then. What do you want to focus on gathering, you think?
Wood.
I can get wood to start with, and then you can help me get some aluminum.
I'll get some stone also then. That should cover a lot of what we need for crafting and building. Once we've finished, let's head back and help with the buildings.
Resupply to the rescue.
I love how this is how we communicate
going
when we're in the
though?
party. This is what we're talking
I
about.
think I've got a good idea. What I want things to look like
Yeah,
up here.
never.
Nice.
Oh, there's so many good
Hey, where you
choices.
want this effing bush?
No, it's gonna be 3-bit saying, "Where do I get berries from?" And be like, "What the fuck you
Oh,
talking about,
I see it.
Yeti? You get them from the bush."
Loads of aluminum here. They're actually pretty strong, so we can do it
Let me suck
faster
off
if we
this
both
aluminum.
grill.
Let's work
Whoa.
together and see what else we
Oh,
can
that's what
find
he's
here.
doing.
After we bring
This is a No Man's
back,
Sky
we'll look
clone.
in some other
Harvesting.
regions to see
Oh,
what
that's
materials we
No
have.
Man's
Star-
Sky.
There's No Man's Sky.
This is Starfield right here.
He's
Oh,
on,
my
he's
inventory's
on a
getting
planet.
full
You know, he's
from
building
files.
stuff. You know,
I think we
he's
should build some, like,
harvesting.
silos
No Man's
quick
Sky
to
is
store it
another
all.
clone. Another
Yeah,
clone.
we should
That's all it
probably
is.
build a fence around those two as well, so we can protect the harvest.
Great idea. Let's get on it.
Here we go. I'll help with the silo.
I mean, I'm thinking Starfield
So,
copied a lot of
anyone
stuff from
need
this game.
materials? 'Cause we
I
got
mean,
a
this is
ton of
Starfield's
stuff.
pretty much
Yes, please. Oh my
a
gosh.
copy of this.
Yeah, the Vasco, they got it from
Yeah, I mean
Do you want
Vasco.
us to start
Yeah, I mean you see it
helping?
right there. Same elements.
Yes, please, please.
Oh
So,
yeah.
It even
okay.
even has a little map at the top. It's very
What do
similar.
you think of the layout?
Yeah, it looks great to me.
Oh, with the little map up the top, it's like Call of
I'm
Duty.
almost
Yeah.
done with the fences here.
You're
Oh,
right.
yeah, yeah.
You're right.
It's only your direction, Warzone. You're playing Warzone. Whoa.
Oh, that looks like Fortnite.
Hey, everyone! I was going for more materials and I found some ruins over there.
Really?
Jump in your mechs and come see this.
Oh, wow, what is this?
Oh, look at that!
This is so cool.
That door
what
is
she said.
huge! Wow!
I wonder
some
what's
action in
inside,
here?
though.
Tomorrow we should totally find a way to open this. Let's head back to the base and see what we can do.
Is it more of a like you building to protect?
It's Minecraft, but it's in space, and you have a mech.
I think it's like what is that game that lady loves? Stardew Valley. Kind of like the Stardew Valley and shit like that.
Little Kitty, Big City.
These are all
Well,
coming to
PlayStation
Game
fans are
Pass.
gonna love that game. Straight sequel. Tectonic.
There you go.
That looks cool. Sea of Stars.
Yes.
Oh, what's
I
that?
love this
Sea of
game.
Stars?
I've been hyping this game up since I saw it at the Nintendo Direct 2 years ago. That game finally is coming to Xbox, and it's old school JRPG, but it's an RPG. It's like takes influence of JRPG, but they I think you can go turn based or free for all, and so good.
That's funny. Kate
Oh,
said
shit.
Kaylee just walked by the TV and it asked if that was Fortnite.
Nice. What up, Phil?
Game Pass.
Game Pass. Nice. Is Sea of Stars coming to fucking Game Pass?
Every year in our showcase, there's one game that kind of pops
Are
for
you
me, something
fucking
I'm very
kidding?
interested
Yes!
in. This year we got to announce
Okay.
33 Immortals from Thunder.
You don't even know.
And I'm here
You don't
now with
even
Stefan
know.
and Will to walk
Oh, they're
through
actually
a
gonna
demo of
play
the
it,
game,
okay.
which It's I've the never most played energy before. Cyclo's had all First day. time. We have
This
33
is the
people
33
online. Totally
Immortals.
excited about this. So we're gonna jump in.
All right, let's
Okay.
jump in. Let's start
Ooh.
playing.
33 Immortals.
Oh, they
is a
literally are
action
playing live,
roguelike
okay.
for 33 players. You play a damn soul who
Nice.
must rebel against God's
You gonna get
final
33
judgment.
people?
So there are 3 of us here today on stage, 3
Oh, nice.
upstairs, and 27 people joining us from Montreal in the studio. Hi, everyone.
Oh, Phil's
We are
playing?
ready. That's us. Everybody's spawning in.
That's funny.
This is 33 player multiplayer.
Yeah.
Not a normal
Well, at least with
number of
Phil, it's not a
characters
big
for
ask. He
multiplayer
knows what he's
game.
doing.
Yeah.
How did you come
He
up
has
with
a better
33
idea
players?
than most.
We were searching for a significant number where we can all play on the screen.
Yeah.
We stay together on the screen, so 33 felt good. 32 felt good. But as the game is inspired by the Divine Comedy, the medieval poem from Dante Alighieri, written in the 14th century.
wow.
And this poem has 3 sections: Inferno, Purgatorio, Paradiso.
33 fun speculators.
section has
Yeah, there's
33
83
chapters.
people on here
And so
watching.
we say, oh,
Hey.
let's do 33.
we could all play.
I love it.
33 Immortals.
Man, I love what you said, Will, that when you guys
Everybody
started
hit
this
that like
game,
button.
there weren't even 33 people at the studio, so you didn't have enough people in the studio to fill out the full roster of the game.
Yeah.
It's just such an awesome point.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge when you're trying to do that.
I love it.
Okay, so no 2 runs are the same. We're actually spawning in a different position, a different situation. We are in the cemetery. If you hold the left trigger, the world map is going to show up. And we can see that we are 33 right now, actually, in Inferno, but we are scattered around
You can be
the
spread
world.
Oh,
apart.
not all in the same place.
Yeah, because we all have to complete torture chambers.
That's cool.
Got it.
To make the game progress.
Okay.
And we are located at the southwest of Inferno.
Yeah.
And so the closest torture chambers is to the east.
Okay.
So let's go there.
This is gonna. this looks fun.
Okay,
man.
let's continue
This is gonna be
down
hectic.
south.
Well, I think it's gonna be a
towards
good
the
time.
First,
Paul, that's not what I meant.
This one, I have a good feeling for it.
The soundtrack, what's going on? The music's kind of cool.
Thank you.
Might have to
This
fight
is,
Pong later.
Max LL, who's actually done the music on all of our games. So
And you're in Montreal.
we are in Montreal, yes. The whole
Close to one of our XGS studios in Compulsion.
Yes.
It's also in Showcase.
Yes.
I love the community of game creators in Montreal.
Absolutely. It's always important to be well surrounded and all that. So
We didn't talk about your first game, Spiritfarer.
yeah,
I loved. I thought it was fantastic.
Thank you, yeah.
It was great.
now, as you can see, this is not Spirit.
Alvin hit us with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you. Alvin says the Fun Spec fam, the panel, and crew have all been putting in work the past week. We appreciate you all. Hey, I appreciate you, Alvin. Thanks for being here and just hanging out with us, man. That means a lot. And thanks for the
Big
support,
facts.
bro.
Unique, immersive, creative experiences that
Oh,
players love and that they want to play for.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering
guy
how
is-
like this ends. Getting out of my
Yeah.
comfort zone.
What
sometimes.
ends a run?
All
Yeah.
right.
That's just like
So
Diablo's
we have completed
style
the
up top, where it
torture
says
chambers,
the completion of the
first
chamber.
I got left behind. That's what you're saying.
Defying. God, yeah.
Oh, they're back on us.
Whoa.
Well, we gotta face the wrath of God.
Because,
like, if you're all split up and you have to do different dungeons, like, are you relying that the other squad across the map is good enough to complete that dungeon? Like,
I have like 0 health.
I don't know.
New torture. No, I got to get out of here.
Where are you?
Well, why weren't they in the torture chamber trying to help us?
Phil's a real gamer coming through right now.
Yeah, he's like.
We're getting hammered.
Like,
right
why
now.
they trying to help us right now?
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, here's a guy. Can you revive me? Revive me.
Yeah. Just stop moving. That's good. One up.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm up.
Okay. Oh.
Thank you.
Oh no.
This is great.
Oh, this is the early fire.
Oh, what the heck? It's like a battle royale.
Now we're in holy fire.
Sort of shit.
The wrath of God.
Okay, I'm ahead of it.
Okay, so we unlock the Ascension battle. So that's the last battle.
Here, can we get this? Can people jump in my heels?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
I tried to do the heal.
Don't mind me, the wandering soul.
Save me, please.
Like a zombie.
Maybe someone.
Did I mention I'd never played before?
Oh no, I died too. Oh my.
Okay, hopefully the team can carry us.
But we are not alone.
Are they all playing on one screen? Like, how are they all playing right now?
Gonna try to not move.
Okay.
No, they're
Don't
playing on
move,
separate
and
screens.
hopefully someone.
Oh, on
is
that
going to
session?
be
I
able to
don't know.
revive you. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm up.
They probably have
Okay,
3 TVs set up off screen and the big one in the back to
Okay,
show
I'm
like
back.
people.
Yeah,
what
thank
it's-
you.
So
I
this is
gotta
the last
be
step.
near the TV.
So it's my
That'll be
Alright.
no, I'll be inching towards the couch. I'm
We
competitive.
did it?
That's, yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we've ascended.
Yeah.
That was first chapter of first book. Is that how I should think about it?
Yeah.
It's the first world, so it's Inferno.
Yeah.
Yeah, each
Alvin with the
region
$2 says,
has its
gaming?
whole big
Lion
set of
Ryan could
challenges and
never.
everything,
And this is all
Yeah.
on the map.
and its final.
It shows the difference.
Okay.
Well,
So
since
yeah,
we've
you start off with 33
basically
people,
come
and at
through
the end,
unscathed
you're
so far, this
at
should
the
be-
end, it's going to be whoever's the strongest is going to face off against the boss. Whoever survived.
Okay.
By, you know, sounds like a sweaty game. That's what it sounds like.
So all the noobs are going to be gone by the time the end of the game.
Basically, yeah.
Ah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, best of
Imagine
luck
getting in
to
the
you
game
and
and
the team
30
and everything
people
that's going
die.
on. Can't wait for this
Right
game
off
to
the
come
rip.
out. I won't ask
Yeah,
for
you're the last one.
that's fair.
This
But it's great
sucks.
to have in the show and great for you to come down and we got the opportunity to play. So thank you for that.
Thank
I
you
wonder
so
if
much.
it's scale,
Thank
if
you
it
so
will
much
scale.
for
to
Yeah, I
spending
can't even
it.
Thanks for
imagine
watching Showcase Extended.
freaking Jim
I love
Ryan
these
playing
opportunities
a
to show
game.
more about everything that you saw in the showcase
Dope
itself.
concept.
Thanks to everybody that's
Oh,
here
that's
with
it? I like
us, and
Yep.
have a great week.
Awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, it is what it is.
All right. That's
Cool.
it.
That was at least I got something fantastic out of that showcase. So
Had they already announced that? I thought they had already announced that, but maybe not.
not coming to Game Pass, no.
Right on. Yes, I've been looking forward to that game as well. But there's so many games that I look forward to that I don't actually end up getting to play that much of because there's just so many damn games, you know, and it sucks being interested in so many of them, right? Because they're not all going to get my time, unfortunately.
The thing that sucks is it comes out August 29th, right before Starfield.
Right.
So I might have to hold off on Starfield.
Not me.
Are you going to hold off on Starfield for Sea of
Yeah,
Stars?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What?
Our priorities are not the same, yo.
All right.
I've
I
been
mean-
waiting for this game for a long time.
I've been waiting for Starfield.
Yeah,
for way
I've been
long.
waiting for Starfield for way longer than Sea of Stars.
Yeah, but Starfield's going to be there then at the end of the day. This might not be there for over 6 months or a year, depends on the exclusivity. You know, that's all.
Okay.
Well,
Well, you
I
do-
mean,
you
hey.
do you, bro.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. Well, that was the Xbox Showcase Extended. It's kind of exactly what I thought it would be.
Yep.
And we did get some cool little things, nuggets in there, here and there. Phasmophobia is coming to consoles. That was an announcement. We had the Game Pass sizzle reel at the end that told us, you know, Psycho's dream game that he's excited about more than Starfield is going to be in Game Pass. And we also had, let's see, what else was there? There was Phil playing a game, which was pretty cool. Hellblade, it showed exactly what I thought they were going to show. Just like, this is how the technology works of what we create again. And then let's see, what else was there? Wasn't a whole lot. Avowed, they showed Avowed again, and they kind of talked about it. They had the Hi-Fi Rush extra content announcement as well. Overall, it was fairly good. Did y'all enjoy watching the Xbox Showcase Extended? Do you feel like it's worth having or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was worth having. It had some indie games that wasn't in the official showcase. Some things I was interested in. that one game from Nexon looked really interesting. So I do that stood out to me. Kind of have to go back to see what else that I missed. The flight sim section I feel like lasted way too long.
Yep.
That was like I understand maybe if that was, I don't know, 30 seconds he goes on the boat, but every shot just felt very long. But yeah, I get they were trying to explain like the whole Dune. So they went to the
Yeah,
hangar
flight sim
and showed that they had
stretched
to.
on way too damn long.
Yeah, that was
I could
unnecessary.
understand that if they were talking about the next game that's
Yeah,
coming out, but the Dune expansion, like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but other than that, it was average. Like it's pretty much what I thought was gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be devs talking about their games. It's gonna be like kind of longer to give them a space to talk about
I
their.
think they need to
product.
rename it. I think Showcase is the wrong name.
What
Yeah.
would you call it? What would you guys call it?
Uh,
Dev Diary Deep Dive.
Showcase,
Dev Direct or
yeah,
something?
like Dev Direct, Dev something.
No,
like,
like you can't do Dev Direct because they got to do that for their other ones that we have high expectations for right now.
That's
So-
Developer Direct.
Well, it's Dev Direct. It's the same thing
Yeah,
as
it's the same
Developer
thing.
Direct.
Xbox Insight or something. I don't know. Like,
Some
something to that nature.
Xbox After Show. Xbox.
The Xbox After Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. But I feel like some people get their expectations way out of whack on the extended showcase thing. Like it's not meant to be huge reveals or anything like that. And it's surprisingly, we got more reveals here than we have previously at any of the other extended showcase things they've done.
This showcase was better than Sony's showcase, by the way.
Oh,
it's because you got apparently the game of the generation announced here.
Yeah.
Bro, Sea of Stars is fucking chef's kiss.
Yeah.
In the Game Pass. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
There was also the High on Knife expansion.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was announced here.
Hi-Fi Rush got an DLC. It's great to see that we're getting games that are progressing. They're getting additional content. So it's good to see that the ecosystem is thriving. So games that like High on Life is getting DLC, and so is Hi-Fi Rush, and so it's a good time.
There's a Forza show too, right? Or no?
Yeah, they're doing a Forza monthly, right? Like, and it's going on right now, I think. So I'm gonna
It's been
go.
going on for over 20 minutes.
I'm gonna go and after this, and,
Let's give our
check out
official ratings, I guess.
Got to get a $5 super chat real quick from Deathlord Strong, who said, "Here's a little something for sticking it out through the Capcom showcase. Fun speculation is the best coverage out there. Y'all rock. Hey, appreciate that, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah. So final thoughts, real quick, on this show. Steel, but you.
My final thoughts on it. It was good for what it was. Right. I'm not gonna be overly critical on it. I don't even know if I want to necessarily give it a score.
Yeah, like it's hard to score.
Yeah, I don't
like
think
this.
It has it was well paced. They covered some of the things that they talked about during the showcase. I mean, the only thing that I will say and kind of give them a negative mark for is just setting expectation. You bring up a good point, Mav, with just the naming of it. It does kind of set an expectation that there's going to be maybe some additional things shown here, possibly. But that could also just be an eternal thing for people, right? Setting their own expectation, maybe not doing the research. But if I look at it just as a normie, as somebody who's not really watching these videos all the time, and I hear this type of showcase, extended showcase or whatever, I can understand why I would go in with high expectations. But for me, I would just want them to work on that. Just say, hey, maybe a different name would definitely work out better for them. Set that expectation, but it was solid overall. It was solid.
Right on, man. Jasper, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. It's kind of what I expected. I mean, I would like to speed up a little bit of the talking segments. I feel like some of it dragged on too long, but I mean, that's what I expected the show to be, is you see a game, they talk for 10 minutes. You see a game, they talk for 10 minutes. So
For sure, man. I don't think we can. I mean, these extended things are just like a
it's
extra,
not like
extra insight. It's like equivalent to what they were doing after the Ubisoft Forward show, right? You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing. So, but you know, it's cool to see some of these games, and I enjoyed watching it for sure. So, you know, I think it's worthy of them having for sure.
No, 100%. Because if we don't have these, don't forget these segments used to be in showcases, so it's good that they have them after the fact. So if you do want to indulge and get more info and deep dive into the game, you can, instead of having it and slowing down the showcase. So it's a perfect formula that Xbox
I think
showcase than this.
If they wanted to change it to make it better, they could have each individual game that has their little talking segment premiere at a certain time, so people that wanted to learn about that game could seek it out instead of forcing people to sit through like maybe 50 minutes and they just care about one game.
Right.
Yeah,
Well-
that could be a possibility. But I think the big focus too, that I wanted to mention is just the human element of it too. I think that's the thing that really why I enjoyed it mostly, because I do care about the industry in totality. So it's like when you see these people behind the scenes, like especially for Hellblade, and knowing the things that they've gone through, being under Xbox and all the additional resources they've been given, you can tell that they love and are passionate about what they're doing. It's in some of the other games too. It's just you can never forget about the human element side of it, because that's a factor, and gaming should be treated as
See,
such.
I like, because I kind of treat this as like after like G4's coverage or IGN's coverage after the E3 show, like they would announce like at 4 o'clock, this dev's going to be coming on our show. Like if you care about this game, come at 4 o'clock and watch it. Like
look for that.
I think maybe they should time it out a little more to get people like,
or have like a
to seek
table
out the game they want.
context type thing. Like here's the run show, so we have these times, this and this and this, and then this way, if you're like you said, if you're only interested in, let's say, Sea of Stars, like I was, I would, you know, instead of seeing the other stuff that maybe I wasn't so but I see that I could have missed that Lightyear Frontier. I could have missed, so that's the one also thing that staying, you get to experience things that you might not have been totally interested in, or you might have missed. And so it's good to see, like, what do they have? They have the Village, the Walking Village, and Neon White is all coming to Game Pass. So it's like stuff like that you could have missed. So it's, at the end of the day, it's good that we're getting.
Well, I mean, that Game Pass as a rule was an ad, but
so the other
you could
thing,
miss it.
the other thing we got was the Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. They showed a lot of that, and that was really cool. You know, they showed the whole black market area they had built for that, and it really showed off really well. It was cool seeing Keanu Reeves talk so much about it, like speaking to Steele's human element there, seeing how invested he actually is with that character. It's not just like, I was paid to read some lines, you know what I mean? Like he's invested in that. It was really cool to see that he would even actually show up twice to this thing, once at the Xbox showcase, now here at this also, and answer questions. One of the best fucking people in Hollywood. You know, that guy rocks. But I will say that also I thought the host, Tina Amini, like did a great
She's
job.
good.
Yeah. Like the show was best when she was asking questions to the devs and they were showing the game. Like those were the best parts of the showcase. The other aspects that they threw in there here and there weren't as great, but like when she was actually asking questions to developers, like even John Johannes talking about Hi-Fi Rush content and stuff like that was really good.
That did give more clarity to what the DLC was, because
Yeah.
I think just a trailer for Hi-Fi Rush, it was like, oh, okay, I kind of understand. But when he talked about it, I actually got a little bit more clarity on what the game was. So yeah, she did a good job.
All right, well, everybody, you know, that's showcase season. That's it for Fun Speculation. Until another show later on at some point gets announced, we'll co-stream those as well. But probably August, September, probably before we see something like that. Gamescom maybe. And even then, Xbox's GameCom was really weird last year. They did like this long, drawn out, like 8-hour stream thing that like I ain't gonna co-stream that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So,
did Sega have something going on today, or was that TGS?
I don't think Sega has anything going on today.
Sega, do they ever do shows?
Yeah, they do TGS or.
I never saw any announcement from anything from Sega.
Yeah, I thought I saw a tweet, someone mentioning that. Don't forget, Sega has something today, but it could just be.
Maybe they do. I don't know. I didn't see it, but
I didn't see it either. I was just wondering if you guys. I know Jasper's on it usually. He's always on top of that stuff.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything about that, but.
All right, well, let's get everybody out of here. Psycho, where can they find you and your Sea of Stars?
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, everybody. This was what it was. It was a decent showcase, or should say,
Forza Monthly is live.
Yeah, it's been going on.
It was a decent event. So, you can find me everywhere. So, social media, Psychonauts8. You can find me on FSP on Monday and at 10, and Xbox Ultimate at 10 o'clock on Fridays. So check me out there. And yeah.
Appreciate you, Psycho. Steel Rain.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
Oh man, you can find me Steel Rain I the T is a 7 everywhere. Other than that, living split screen every Saturday morning, a non-console centric platform. And other than that, man, this week has been really dope. It's been really fun going into this showcase. This season is kind of over for the moment, but a lot of great things that we've seen. Xbox has definitely carried it. I think without them, it would have been really questionable on what's going on within gaming right now. But Xbox definitely came through. I think it made a good impression on a lot of people out there. I've seen a lot of positive talk coming around the corner, seemingly. So that's exciting. So thank you guys for doing these shows and being available to do them. So other than that, much love to everybody in chat, and y'all stay safe.
Right on, man.
So Sega does have a thing, but it's on June 15th at 8 p.m. Pacific time, so it'd be like almost 11 o'clock our time or something like that. I don't know.
What is it?
Yakuza fans desperate for more information for Like a Dragon could hear more at Sega RGG Summit 23.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably going to be.
We'll pass on that one.
Worse than Capcom, so
yeah, I'll pass on that one. 3-Bit, where can everybody find you, dude?
Everyone can find me on Twitter at i3bit. This showcase to me was just the cherry on top. We already had an amazing 10 out of 10 showcase. This was just extra info, so it was like, what essentially else are they going to announce at this point? So it's cool to see. Like Steele said, I definitely agree with the human element side of things. Sometimes people forget there's human faces behind a lot of these games, so that's needed sometimes for sure. But love y'all. This was a crazy showcase. It's the most I've podcasted in a long time. So it was really fun. E3 weekend. I'm still calling it E3 weekend. Is always a good time. Appreciate everybody. You guys can find me there. I do FSP on Mondays, as 3-Bit when I can. And yeah, I'm tired, man. It's been a lot of announcements, a lot of cool things. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Right on, man. Thanks, 3-Bit. What about you, Jasper?
Lord Jasper Twitter, Lord Master Jasper YouTube, all that fun stuff. AI Game News Twitter. Check all that stuff out. Monday, Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Fun Speculation Network for FSP and Xbox Ultimate. That's where I'm at. And yeah, E3 is coming to an end again this year. So
yeah, it's it. That was a great one. A great season. I loved this. I loved even the bad shows. It's still fun to watch, right? Even the bad ones. But I want to thank everybody in the chat and anybody who watched these after the fact for choosing to share these moments with us here on Fun Speculation. Thanks to the panels and everybody who's hopped in with any of our co-streams and shows. You guys all rock and help make this stuff go, and it absolutely means the world to me. And this was a blast. we got regular slated programming coming now. Thursday, PM in the PM at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We will be live. Pong Soul and I will be probably talking some ABK, it sounds like. Plus, also look back at everything we just experienced. Plus, Friday night, we'll get to hear Psycho go ham about Sea of Stars and other games we're all looking forward to on Xbox Ultimate Podcast at 10 p.m.
Starfield
Eastern time.
itself is a show, you know.
Yeah, but I appreciate you all, and I hope you all have an awesome rest of the day today. Enjoy, and check out that Forza Monthly. I'm going to watch it later, and excited to see about the career mode in Forza. But I hope you have a good one. Take it easy, everybody. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.